Welcome back to King's Campaign 2, Curse of the Dragon Goddess, where we last left off. The Veilwalkers had finally gotten themselves some much-needed downtime. As they returned to Alikara and spent some time recovering, they set out on some personal quests inside the great city. Lucian himself going off alone, hoping to take care of just some behind-the-scenes stuff. Nothing to worry about, but he wished to be alone for a while. The rest of the group, most of them deciding to go to Zul'Dun and get his info on some things, specifically the potentiality of the dragon masks and what they can do, and if the ritual can be performed without them. In his undead and arcane experience, Zul'Dun says there's a good chance the Tiamat to summon ritual. Man, I am not awake myself, and I've been up for like 6 hours. The ritual to summon Tiamat could potentially still happen, though she would arrive in a weaker state, though the ritual itself can be prevented altogether as well, depending on how the heroes act. Eventually, the group decided to go to King of Burgers to sit down and have a lovely meal, and it was all very calm, and there was nothing wrong in that situation, because you see, their other companion, Arius, he decided to go home to visit the rest of his family after dealing with the betrayal from his brothers and stopping their evil plans, rescuing the family, basically giving his older brother Evan his confidence in his sake to run the family, finding that his drunken mishap of an uncle is starting to turn his life around, and then spending an endearing moment with his wife and son, discussing things that led up to where they are and the fact that life can be safer for these people in his life that he so dearly cares about. And then the literal knife in the back, as it was soon revealed that Valerie, Arius's beloved wife, was actually a part of the scheme to take over the Trueblood family and get him out of the way all along. Although her entire motivation wasn't made clear, what was clear is that she's only looking out for one person anymore, and with a radiant enhanced blade, she slew Arius, killing him, with his regenerative capabilities denied. The rest of the group, completely oblivious to this, soon discovered their companions still missing, returning to the Trueblood estate and hearing that both Valerie, Simon the child, and Arius were all missing. Now the hunt is on, the worst assumed, as the group late at night tries to track down Madame Trueblood and deduce what has come of all this. By the way, did I mention this was supposed to be downtime? Well, crazy how things turn out. Am I right? Or am I right?
No.
Anyways.
Not surprised in the slightest in hindsight.
Yeah, not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit, bro. Anytime you give us downtime is going to go wrong for us. I shouldn't have been surprised.
Anytime like one of us in the city, I think Julian worded this best last session too. Anytime when we're in the city and we think we're having quote unquote downtime is the time whenever we split up and the worst shit happens. We can split up in the middle of a dungeon, it'll be fine. We split up in the middle of a city surrounded by a lot of people where nothing could possibly go wrong. Everything goes terrible.
Apparently, we end up on like the worst fucking street imaginable with like no one patrolling or like no civilians present or anyone.
Yeah.
And we get jumped out of nowhere, so it's no surprise.
Yeah, it's fun. Anyways, so you guys,
I'm fucking with you.
there we go. This isn't a democracy, this is my dictatorship, and if you speak against me, you will be silenced. So I server muted him. Okay, I'm just kidding. Anyways, it's in your guys' hands now. You are currently leaving the Trueblood Manor, heading to the road that you could best assume has the little house that Valor is trying to hide out in.
Okay. So wait, hang on. Do we have an actual house in mind? Because I think we just got a description that it was very much an older house.
Are you asking me or are you asking the group?
I'm going to say this because I've already laid it out to you earlier.
I wasn't paying attention.
I fucking know! You do this all the time! And I think you do it just to piss me off!
Of course he does. Why else would he do it?
I fucking hate you!
There's no other reason for him to do that.
God, I tried. I like to keep my cool. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I get it. Like, you know, sometimes people just like, you know, it takes them a little while to get into games. Hell, I'm still learning. But this guy does shit to deliberately grind my fucking gears.
It's best whenever you can't tell if it's on purpose or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, genuinely, I fucking hate it. But yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, we're looking for a house based on the description that we had. Not only from Evan Trueblood, who, like, you know, said that the house was older based on the fireplace or
We know
or
it's
the size
got
of
a
the basement.
as well, yeah.
Yeah, it's got a basement, but then also the exterior, based on what we can see out the window, is across the street from like, you know, a bit more of a lower class house, but it's got a blue porch of sorts.
Right. Yeah, no, I know you told me this all earlier. So
I'm gonna
if
fucking,
we're-
I swear, this, I will, oh!
so Kim, shut up. So we're on our way then to where we think the district might be.
You know what, you and Reno can carry this session. I'm going away for like half an hour, fuck you guys.
I am EP as fuck. I'm gonna try my best.
Yeah, good luck to the pair of you. I'll step in when needed.
All right.
Fucking not paying attention, my ass. I'm gonna drink my
Two
fucking
that speak the
drink.
least carry the session. Here we go. So you guys are going. You're heading towards
Go ahead.
you're heading
Two
towards
that
the more
speak the
commoner
least.
district area, where things are a little more less classy, but the housing are still, you know, well put together. It's a nice area. You know, you could see anybody, you know, living here. So what are you guys doing? Talk to me.
Where am I? What was I doing?
So we're in an upper state area.
I have an excuse. I wasn't here last time.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was with them the entire time.
And
Albertus
Sheldon.
was with the group. No, that's just you. As best
So-
as I can do.
If we're on our way there, right? Okay. Generally speaking, the first things that I would do is, if it is the more rundowns area, all the buildings around us right now do look generally rundown. I take it, right?
No, it's it's a middle class. There's the
Middle
poor area,
class.
there's the rich area, and this is like in the merchant commoner kind of area.
Okay. That's fine. I guess we'll start heading towards the lower class area. If what we can surmise is that this was very much a lower class sort of building with basements and things like that, I imagine that's where we're gonna start heading.
If you two are leading
Yeah.
the way, then you can certainly go that way.
All right.
I'll just follow because I lack a bit of knowledge of what happened last time. I know that Arius died,
Yep, he died.
but
Thank you, Kieran.
around that, I'm just sitting here like, eh?
So, Ari's dead.
Basically, what we're doing right now is we're keeping an eye out for a house. We know that across from the house there is a building with a blue porch or blue balcony. Basically, we know that currently Arius's wife Valerie is sitting in a basement across the way from this house, being housed basically by a woman who owes him a favor. That is as much as we know. And we know that it's in a sort of more run-down, lower class area due to the houses, basically.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why at the moment I think it best that we head into sort of the lower class area.
Okay. So, fucking... I'm just gonna roll.
Do that, have fun.
Nope, I rolled like shit, so you don't get to know now. So, yeah, alright, you guys go. So, Spaztok leads the way to where he believes is the proper place to go.
And all this while, by the way, I'm keeping an eye out for any sort of blue painted balcony or.
Right. Well, why don't, it's late, but why don't you make me a perception check?
I will give him advantage on that, as I will also keep my eyes peeled for anything and point him towards when I spot something of note.
Okay.
All right, cool, no problem at all. Give me a second because I'm very silly. I just realized I didn't have any of my things open.
Now
How do
also,
I show
since
up
would've-
last and I'm ready to go, and you're not?
Because he doesn't pay attention.
doesn't.
Sorry, what? I didn't
Yeah,
hear you.
which is
Anyway,
why
so-
I'm letting him take the lead this
So
session.
I
I
got
wanted to
the
suffer.
Since-
You keep saying that, but you never shut up to let me talk. I got an 18.
Before you say, so
And then, hang on, you said advantage or something, didn't you?
yes, you get advantage because I'm helping you because I'm proficient in perception. And I would also give you guidance, assuming that I can see that he's actively looking around.
Yeah, you can see the metalhead
so-
moving around. So
Right.
Yeah.
Guidance, that's plus D4,
That is-
right?
Exactly.
Right, that is a max value for 26.
okay, you get a pretty good look at the slummy area. Most of the houses are extremely run down. Various browns and reds define the brickwork and woodwork of these places. Most of these houses don't even have porches because they are old and very crappy or very simple houses. You guys scour, I don't know, however long you want, 10, 15 minutes walking down the various roads of the city. Knowing you can't go too far from where you were because Valor wouldn't have had a lot of time to get away. So it would be at this time that I would also ask Spaztok to give me a history check.
Okay. So a history check, that is a very measly 10. But because I'm interested, actually, I'm going to use Flash of Genius on that anyway to make it.
Thank goodness. Okay, now with a 15 in your feeble-minded brain, without the spell
my
even
God,
being
that was
casted
so
on you,
necessary.
you remember that Evan never said that you were supposed to go to the slum area of the city. You were in the rich area, and based on the housing, he said it was a middle-class housing area, and which was also be closer to where you were, so you have spent the past 20 or so minutes over here for no reason whatsoever.
Who the fuck's Evan?
Oh my god.
I think I need new players for next campaign.
Can I still stay around, please? Please.
I'm kidding.
Why are we killing Venos Gaming?
Oh, fuck. Alright, that's fine.
So as you're all walking behind the largest of your companions, Spaztok, looking around very sharply, he eventually just stops dead, perking up a bit after having a sudden realization.
Okay, wait a minute. Lucian,
Yes.
are you sure they said slum area?
No, he said it was a lower class than the one they were in, but he never said anything about slums. I was
Or-
wondering why you were going down here.
You're telling me.
I know, it was
He
you that
said
it. It's this way.
lower class from where we were. Not just lower class.
Yes.
Well, it's okay. Like
You
I didn't realize. You
classist
were...
idiot!
Oh, I'm classist. I'm classist. That's a thing. Okay, sure. I am classist. Okay, do you know what, Lucian? You go ahead. If you think you're so smart.
Well, don't mind if I do. And I'm gonna lead towards, like, you know, the commoner area, the, like, you know, where the housing is there, to then, like, you know, hopefully put us back on track.
Okay. Spend a little more
Hold
time doing this. Oh.
I've let the Trog take the lead, and, you know,
He immediately derails you.
yep.
Yes, this is true.
Next thing you're gonna
Okay,
tell
Greg.
me is that he doesn't even speak Draconic.
Bro, imagine.
I did that on purpose, though. That was the thing.
Yeah, that's on purpose. That's funny, the fact it's on purpose. But this?
Well, look, you said lower class. I didn't realize you were speaking comparatively.
We were in a rich district, brother.
Yes. And if I just said a lower class, it could be. It doesn't necessarily mean lower. If I said lower, I don't mean middle. Okay, that's it.
I don't know. If I was in a rich neighborhood, someone said we gotta go to a lower class, I'd be like, okay, so, you know,
No, you would
less
say a
than
lower.
this?
No, you go
Guys.
to middle. You
Guys.
just say a middle class.
Guys,
No,
guys,
this is in character. This is in character.
Yeah,
This is in
which
character
is
between the two of
right.
them.
No matter how
This is in
much-
character.
Character. I'm not doing this shit anymore. I'm going to bed.
Can Jack Bowman Jaws Horseman shut the fuck
Yeah, we're gonna be heading in the direction of hopefully finding the actual house now.
Okay, good to know. Then I'll put on more calming music because now you're not in the slums for some weird reason.
Yeah, don't worry. We haven't got any like PvP going on yet, so you don't need any more intense music yet.
So, walking through the merchant district, passing by some of the stores that have closed down for the evening, moving past the various taverns and such into the more suburban lifestyle where all the housing structures are, where the grass still grows and is well taken care of, where the buildings aren't as large and flamboyant as those in the Resplendent District, but still nice, still well put together. The windows have glass on them. There's lights that beckon your way down the road and such. Everyone turning in for the night, very quiet for the most part. Maybe a little music coming from a house here and there, but most windows are even darkened. Whoever's in the lead, I assume this is Lucian at this point, if you would like to make a perception check to see if you spot what
yes,
you're looking
please.
for.
I would make it readily apparent that I am looking around, so then, like,
Yeah,
someone would be able to
13.
assist me.
Yes, I will once again assist you and also give you guidance.
I
as you
can't
are
help you with that.
Looking around.
I don't want to help you with that.
That's
I'm glad. I don't want your fucking help, okay? So that
That's
is...
so nice.
So that is that, and then,
no PvP yet. Yeah, it could change apparently.
and then with advantage.
I can't wait for my next character to hit y'all.
That's a 26 total.
26. Okay. It's going to take some time. You do have to walk a good, a little over a mile probably, because there's a
course.
lot of land to cover. But eventually, you see what appears to be a house with a blue porch. Kind of goes one with a brown one with like a black painted one. Most of them are various warm colors, until you see this one that really stands out because the porch is blue. Just like as you were told, most people wouldn't do it that way.
All right. Well, that looks familiar. Zillia, does this look like the one that you saw?
Let me try and remember. And because I didn't see an actual image. Does this look one-to-one like the thing I saw within Scrying, or is there differences?
You
that I
walk
would be aware
around
of?
to the side you would have been looking at and peer at the ground to see where there's a little dirt splattered on there and a few pieces of wood, little like fringed. As best as you could see out the window, this area matches what you saw out that window in the scrying image.
Okay. Yeah. This seems to be the house.
All right. Wonderful. And I guess we better start can I look around for something that might like a window that would like actively be looking up at the angle that scrying would have shown us?
Yeah, it was on the other side of the road, if I remember.
Yeah, it was across from the building that allowed us see the porch clearly from what you told us.
You can certainly head over there or make me an investigation check.
Happily, well, let me
Give you guidance on that again, but I don't have proficiency.
Yeah,
in
no,
that,
it's quite alright.
unfortunately.
So I'm gonna roll that and plus that.
Did we lose?
That is a 20.
20. Okay. The house directly across the road doesn't appear to have anything like that. It looks like it's more keen to have an attic in it than a basement. Panning over to the left, you might not even bother checking because it wouldn't very likely have the correct angle. Panning over to the house on the right, where it's just at a bit of an angle compared to the blue porched house. Scanning around the side, even in the darkness, you see light glinting off the side of the house at the bottom, which looks to be a little window.
All right then. I'm gonna look over at Spaz Talk and I'm gonna. Don't suppose you got any of that? What? Don't you have like some kind of invisibility on you?
What do you need?
Well, I want to be able to try and peer in there without, giving away, just in case we're peeping in on some random couple.
Spaz Talk's gonna turn over, look at it, and without really looking at Lucien, you just see him like take one step forward as he just fades from your eyes.
Oh, I'm my head out.
And with that, I cast invisibility
On
to do
yourself?
exactly what he just said. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go over to the glass pane and have a look through.
Okay. Peering inside, there's nobody in the room. You see what looks to be a little den. However, as you bore witness in the scrying image, you do recognize the rocking chair, and you recognize the now a little less lit, but still with some flames on it, fireplace that has the more ancient kind of architecture. So this cozy little downstairs area does appear to be the room you have been searching for.
Have we got the mind communication thing again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna basically call back to them and just confirm that it is. Just yeah. It's like you guys described. Fireplace. Whole shebang.
All right. Well, I'm gonna leave it up to a vote then. I'm in consideration of just knocking on the door, while having someone else wait round back just in case he tries to flee.
Can I also say as well, actually, do I see anything else in there off note? Maybe like like a cradle, or maybe like some like food that looks like they've been sitting and maybe eating, or and maybe another bed or mattress set up to look like maybe someone's been sleeping there temporarily.
Nothing in particular. The room has been left as it would probably on a regular basis. Nothing specific stands out. There's two little teacups that look like they're empty, as if they had been used already. Other than that, on the little table there, you don't really see anything else that stands out to you.
Alright. I'll say, let me see. You says there's multiple stories up too, right? Or maybe I'm wrong.
In this house, no. From what you can tell, there's just a first floor and then this little basement area.
Alright. I'll follow suit with what Lucien said. I'll maybe go to the back door.
Okay.
It's still invisible at this point.
There is a door to the back. It's very simple. There's just like two little concrete steps that lead up to it. It's not very fancy back. In the yard itself, the grass is starting to brown a bit. But, okay, so you're just gonna wait by the door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I will. Pilot, I'll come with you in case she tries to run. I can hold her with magic.
I'm gonna say I wouldn't worry too much. Go with the others. Be supportive of them. Offer whatever assistance you can.
He's gonna smash this chick's face open with his palm if he has to.
Fucking
Hey,
will.
that's my job.
I do have a quick question to ask though, King.
Mhm.
Because I've seen Zelia use Zone of Truth 2 times in the past.
Yeah.
Did it appear like blue or glowy at all in the past?
Zone of Truth, I don't. Does it say what it has?
I don't believe unless you like
The reason-
intentionally make it so. I believe it is actually quite a subtle spell.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
that
pretty
you
sure
cast.
it's invisible. Like
It
it's
on-
a 50. Yeah. It's invisible. You cannot see it.
I believe the caster can see it, and then they are the ones who are given the notifications if someone like attempts to lie in it. So
All right.
Yeah,
User
exactly.
has light in your channel.
If that's the case, I'm gonna look over at Zelia and before I knock on the door, do you mind if you have it available, of course, that truth spell you got, the one that you used in that town a while back? I think it was Parnast.
Oh yeah, I can.
If you could put it on the doorway, just so then whoever answers, we can just get the truth from. That would be awesome.
Of course, yeah, I will. And I'll cast like the Zone of Truth at the door entrance. And then every one of us would, or like everyone in the thing, because I can't exclude anyone, would have to make a charisma saving throw, please, to see if you can lie or not.
That's perfectly fine.
I'm at the back door. Will I still have to do it?
It's 15 feet radius, so
no.
probably
Yeah.
not.
So
There's also a
Christmas
wall in the
saving
way.
throw, yeah.
Yes, it is a charisma saving throw, DC
Charisma
19.
Saving throw. That is. Okay, that's just a 20.
Albertus would
Okay,
stay out of the
you're fine.
range, and basically during all of this, he would basically just start doing some stretching because he knows what's
Just in
gonna
case
happen.
he needs to chase someone.
Yeah.
he's getting limber.
I'll say as well. See, whenever like I hear them, or will I be able to hear them like answer the door or whatever?
You can roll perception when that happens to see if you do or not.
Because if they do, I'm gonna maybe have a snoop around on the inside as well. Whenever I hear somebody
Damn.
answer the door at the front, I'm gonna go in.
Okay then.
Yeah, with a 20 you succeed, so you can tell lies as much as you want to.
Awesome. I'm gonna lie through my fucking teeth. She's gonna open the door and be like, "Hey, I'm a witness of Tyr. You here to hit? You here to hit? Like, know the good word."
So do you knock on the door
Yeah,
then?
yep. I'm just gonna give it like a good knock, like with my human-y hand.
Okay.
I don't know how intimidating it would sound for a random civilian to hear like metal
Yeah.
banging on their front door late at night.
Yeah. Okay. So just regular. Doot, 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 doot. It's quiet for a while. It's a good minute of awkward silence, but eventually you do hear tiny little shoes click-clacking on the ground. A latch on the side of the door clicks, and the door like squeaks open partially. There is a chain lock still holding it somewhat in place, but in the now roughly like 1 foot wide gap, you see the short and very round face of an elderly woman. Yes, can I help you?
Hello. My name is Lucian. This is my partner Zelia, and we wanted to have a quick look around, and we're looking for information on a missing suspect.
Oh
I suppose
my.
you've seen anything, have you?
Let me think. I can't say I've seen anyone of that looks suspicious. Do you have a description or something?
King, how will I be able to recall Valerie's looks?
I mean, yeah, you've met her before. You know she has like long, poofy blonde hair. She has like very bright, like shining eyes.
What color?
I believe she's blue-eyed. I don't know actually. Well, for the sake of this, I'm gonna say she's blue-eyed because I don't believe Joy ever gave me an actual description of that. So, and she's quite thin, but she has curves to her. I don't know if that might come off as a little offensive if you describe her that way, but that's how she looks. So.
We're looking for a woman. Blonde hair, blue eyes, about average height. She on the slim side, and she's unfortunately, given the dire situation, she is currently in possession of a kid that does not exactly belong in her company.
Oh my, she's a kidnapper?
Unfortunately, so. Long story short, the son is an heir to a noble family, and the husband and father of the father of the child has been murdered, and the kid went missing along with this woman.
Oh, good gods, that is horrible. I'm so sorry that happened, but I can't say I've seen any blonde women with children, and I mean it's so late at night. Are you sure she passed by this area?
Has she made the charisma saving throw, by the way?
21.
20, damn. Okay, I wouldn't know about this, but she succeeded,
Yes.
by the way.
Yes.
So I will, in our mind's communication, then say, she's able to lie.
Well, I do appreciate the concern, madam, but these fugitives, they like to hide wherever they can, and we did cast a small spell on her just to make sure that we can follow her, and the information we'd gathered indicated that she was, well, here. So either she snuck in and you're completely unaware of it, or you are knowingly harboring a fugitive and could land in just as much trouble.
Over our internal speaking as well, I'm gonna say two things. I'm gonna say, well, ask her if we can have a look around. It's not like we're not justified. That, and does she sound like the woman you saw through the orb, Zelia?
True, we did hear her speak. Does she sound familiar?
History check.
Fuck's sake. Okay.
It's been a while, so.
I'm gonna
that's fair.
because I'm also trying to hear out for her voice, but because I've also heard from the orb, I'm assuming, because we were in the same room together. Yes, no, or
Hang on,
I'm gonna get Flash of Genius for this as well. by the way.
Because I don't know how. Okay, well, that I'll allow because it's like a magical effect. But the only reason I'd say, because you have to tell me how you're helping someone remember the voice of the person you're listening to
Gotcha.
right now. You know,
Gotcha,
like,
gotcha.
because remember, helping someone, you have to like be able to describe to me how you're actually helping. So I would say in this instance,
Well, I'm putting my finger to my head and to her head, and we're sharing a single brain cell at this moment.
Well, I know that's what you normally do, but I'm gonna say I'll allow Flash of Genius, but I'm gonna
of
say
course.
I don't
That's
believe you can
perfectly
help in
fine.
this situation.
Yeah, that's
so.
perfectly fine.
Hey guys, me again. Can I be annoying?
Yeah, what's up?
Because Flash of Genius requires line of sight.
Yeah, okay, fine. No more Flash of Genius. Fuck you.
I mean,
That's
but,
alright. No, I'm just...
but
Unless-
he could
unless-
because if you tell him over your mind talk, he can like just slip around the side or something. He's invisible, so.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, if-
Okay,
no,
he's not
if
doing
you-
that, then you don't get it.
Okay, well if he's not okay, then yeah, whatever. I will
One straight
step
roll.
away a few meters regardless, so I can cast guidance on myself without her necessarily noticing. Even though I don't know if she knows
Yeah,
magic.
you're just giving
but
yourself
I
a
will-
breast inspection. It doesn't matter, you know. So.
Yeah, exactly. That's
It
what's happening.
happens.
Okay, history check. Huh? -2 on this baby boy. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. We got a total of 8.
She sounds like an old lady. You have no clue.
Cool. Yeah, sick.
This could be the right person. This could be a completely different person.
I don't remember, but her name was Heskett. No, maybe ask her for that.
Sorry, miss, I didn't catch your name.
I didn't give it to you.
Look, I'm going to be really nice, and I'm going to ask you to open the door so we can come in and check the house. I don't know if you're aware of this, but today's been really bad for just about everyone involved in this city. There are dragons overhead these days.
I
And
know, it's quite
wasting
horrifying.
my time is not nice.
At that, she gets serious with you. Excuse me, unless you have some sort of badge or documentation that tells me you are of the city guard, I have no reason to allow some stranger into my property. For what it sounds like you are looking to kidnap somebody or even perhaps rob me. Now you will leave before I summon the guard. Good day.
I'm
And she
gonna-
closes the door. And
Over my head, I'm going to ask the others. Did she let you in?
No, Lucian Lust is cool.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's maybe we just try looking through windows, see if we can spot her inside. Or do you know what? I don't gather around, but I'm trying to find her again. So that was my sign to have Spastor come to the front as well, if you would like to.
Okay.
Because I will be casting Scrying again.
Yeah, I'll be heading
Yeah,
over.
give me a
like,
second.
Bro's just like, Lucian is like kind of rubbing his temples, like, I can't believe I lost my fucking cool at that old bitch. Like, he's like, oh, fucking old people, man.
Alright, I'm not gonna come around yet though. I'm gonna wait by the back.
Okay,
door.
yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Just in case.
Yeah. I would assume we still have one of her possessions at least, like one of the clothes. Because we didn't say what was last time.
at this
Now
time,
that we took some stuff with
hold on,
us.
at
or
this
what
time,
we-
as you're gathering stuff, you hear ah! on the other side of the building.
Okay. Then I guess we'll. Lucian
Sebastian,
will
do you see anything? Because he's
Yeah.
out of the building.
Does Spastok see anything?
Not yet.
Did you hear a scream?
Yes.
It's on your side of the building.
King, did I see anything inside the building?
Let's see. You see, yeah, you see the screaming old lady that's in the house as she's throwing pots and pans at you. You also see the door that you just told me you rolled to knock down that you successfully knocked down. So. She doesn't see you,
no,
but she's
she
throwing
doesn't
pots
see
and they're
me.
hitting this invisible wall in this opening. So these pots are just sobbing, "Ghost! Ghost! Ghost!"
I'm just gonna ignore her and just start checking doors and
Okay.
try to stop, just in a way that would prevent people from getting around me.
All right, let me roll here.
Oh my
I will say,
God.
props to him for thinking on his feet.
All right. So yeah, inside you hear the little bit screaming. Oh dear gods! They've come for me! Oh dear gods! So you're going around. There's some bedroom doors. You just start opening them. She is freaking out seeing these doors just open for some reason. What are the rest of you doing?
Lucian's gonna stand outside with his hands in his pocket. It's just kind of like listening to the chaos unfold. He's gonna look at his own and be like, "So about scrying."
we need to look what's going on.
Okay, we'll have a look. And I'm gonna go over to like one of the windows. I'm just gonna peek in slightly.
You see basically this woman again on the ground, fucking screaming, and you just see basically, you know how. Well, actually, roll perception if that's all right. Sorry to chat.
Wow, bro's DMing. That's
I was
crazy.
gonna say, hold on. I decide if
give me a
someone does
second.
that or not. What?
Okay, yeah, you set the fail. I literally just want to see if he can see like my outline or something.
Well, there's doors like around the living room area, so if you walk by the closet, you guys just see it just gets like open, like someone turned the knob and
Yeah.
opened it, but there's no one standing there.
I do also want to mention that thanks to the Rod of Alertness, I do have the invisibility up permanently.
So then you
Okay.
see him opening the doors, just minding his own business, walking around. You also see, since you're just naturally very perceptive, Celia, you see the old lady clutching at her chest, and it looks like her breathing's about to stop. So as she just...
Oh!
Oh, well then,
I will
that
then
could be an issue.
quickly say, guys, problem, old lady, dying. And I would make my
Shit.
way towards her and also be like, Spastok, what are
The
you
front
doing?
door's locked. How are you getting in?
Back door, apparently.
You're gonna run around to the back, okay?
You're not
Yeah,
going
let's go-
around
yeah,
the
yeah.
back. You're not going around the back. What am I rolling to knock down the front door?
All right, make another athletics.
I'm just
check.
gonna. That's a 34 max.
Okay.
So I'm just.
You
literally, I
nearly
just-
you nearly break Lucian's nose as the door goes flying past him.
Yeah. I literally just. What happens is I fucking hear Zelia say that. I just walk up quickly towards the front door, just fucking like push it as if I was just like opening a door, and it just flies past you guys. And then I immediately go back to the rooms that I was searching.
Yeah.
Okay.
While bro is searching, just in case, I'm gonna have like I'm gonna like order like Albertus like go around the back so he can like kind of body block the back door just in case.
Okay.
Valerie's invisible because she's got a fucking glowing blade. I don't know what else she's got up her fucking sleeves.
I will also then, fuck it, at this point, you know what, I might as well. After Spastok smashed open the door, I would like to cast Emboldening Bond on the four of us.
Okay.
Just in case.
What a humorous little endeavor we're going on, guys.
Yeah, one more, yeah.
Still dying, by
and
the
then
way.
I would, yes, I would immediately make my way to the old woman, also casting guidance on myself and trying to reciprocate her, try and get her breathing stable, make sure that she isn't dying, you know.
World medicine. Well, so you wanted to do what's wrong with her, or you want to try and help her, like specific?
I
way?
would like, well, it will,
So.
yeah, I would like to check first to see what's happening so I know what to do to help her.
All right,
I think that
medicine
would
check,
make more
yeah.
sense.
I just like to imagine she's doing like like the shit they teach you at like first aid or whatever. And it's like check for responses. Okay, screams in both of their ears. Are you okay?
choking? Yeah.
Are you choking?
Oh, you're fine. You're making air come out. So.
While that's happening, I would be to Lucy and I would be like, can you hold her neck and look for, I don't know, fucking medical terms. Look at her nerves.
Those are her nerves.
I'm trying to get a
Yeah.
damage on this, that's why.
Based on Lucian's history of working in a tavern and maybe having to tend to an injury or two, whether it be for himself, Seraphina, or tavern goers, because I do have proficiency in a skill, I am going to go help Zelia.
Okay.
Thank you. Alright. Oh boy, that's a good start. Hold on, I'm gonna have 2d4s, what I can add to this. Okay, that's a very good that's, hold on, that's 34. Pretty
34.
sure.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
having a heart attack right now because of the shock that has gone through her. So.
How weird. Just having a heart attack. Can you help me stabilize her? Just put your hands here, and then I'll, try and get another advantage on this.
If I recall correctly, heart attack. Get him sitting somewhere. That usually helps. Keep an eye on him. I'll go root around for medicine, see if she's got any.
Okay. And I'll also cast my guidance quickly again on myself for this once.
Yeah, I'm gonna
what are you
help
doing?
Zalia. I'm gonna help Zalia like sit the old lady up somewhere because like that's typical heart attack practice to help like get someone seated to ensure that they're not like biting their tongue or anything just in case.
Yeah, and then don't you have to like press into their heart or some shit like that? Like, oh no, that's after the
Oh,
shit.
that's
I
after the
forgot
heart
that.
stop.
CPR.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
I'm glad
since
you
my first
asked
game.
instead of saying do that because I was fully prepared to describe how you kill her instantly by doing
Yeah,
it.
no, CPR is a only
Yeah,
do
that's
if
for-
necessary.
No
if they
breathe-
lose
yeah.
consciousness or breathing.
No air going in
that's
and
when
out,
you
and
would-
no heartbeat. Yeah, if you do it
That's
while
when
the
it's
heart's still
CPR.
beating, you mess them up. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
For heart attacks, it's typically a matter of keeping them sat, and then I think it's aspirin.
It is aspirin. Thins the blood, lowers blood pressure.
This is a fantasy world, by the way, guys. So
Well, I
I'm
don't know.
describing it, I'm just
Bro,
reciprocating.
like, if I recall correctly, one of the earliest rules of D&D is if you know how to do it, your character can do it. And I know how to look after people having heart attacks, okay? So yeah, I'm just gonna look around to like see if there's like anything available that might be able to help, like, like thin the blood pressure and like, help, like, regulate her heartbeat.
she has a large cabinet system. If you want to investigate it, you're more than welcome to.
Yep, I'm gonna investigate it. Why not?
Roll, bitch.
By the way, while doing this, I'm staying on point. If I've checked the room, the house on this floor, I'm moving to the basement. If Valerie's here, I'm not letting her get past me.
That's maxed out on that, so that's a 26 total.
26. Okay, so you start going through, whipping open the various like cabinets and drawers. The shit's like kind of falling out. One of the drawers actually falls out, and you have to like catch it. There's like plates and silverware. There's some like papers that she has. They just look like taxes and stuff she has to pay. In the background, you basically hear Spaztak mumble, "Oh, found it," and he starts clunking downstairs as he found the opening to the basement.
Again, I'm still invisible, by the way.
Yeah. So you just hear the thumping. There's nothing actually goes down the stairs. So for you. So, yeah, the old lady's like sitting up, leaning against, still barely conscious at this point. You do find a little baggie, and there's like some things like jingling around in there. They don't sound like coins. They sound like they're made of another material.
Can I look? Like, see what they are?
Opening up the bag, you see some sort of little blue and red pills.
Can I use a medicine or history check to see what they could be?
You can certainly try. I
All
would
right.
probably say medicine in this case because it's for medical purposes. So.
Yep, no worries. 25.
Okay. Yeah. These. Thank you, Sketchy. Typically, pills like this, as best as you can ascertain with red coloring placed onto them, they are meant for circulatory functioning. So.
Alright, if that's the case, then I'm gonna get, like, a small glass of water as well. And I'm gonna take the pills and the glass over to the old lady and ensure that she's given the medicine.
Okay. You're basically gonna have to feed it to her yourself. She is
Yeah, I figured.
nearly unresponsive at this point.
You want
so.
an acrobatics check, athletics, dexterity?
Very swiftly now. No, you can just do it. So
You want an animal handling check, just in case?
okay, I know technically humans are mammals, but no. you can just give it to her. All right. So how many do you give her?
How big are they?
So she said
Will I be able to...
they're like the size of like the first piece of like an index finger. So to the first little knuckle you have there.
Okay,
Not
so I
really
don't need to
knuckle,
give her
I guess,
one,
it's too
hopefully.
much, yeah. Okay. Then yeah, you get it to eventually go down her neck anyway.
I can't wait for this to be like a hag or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the foreboding music started.
Yeah, from music
No, this isn't really for both. I mean, this is just supposed to be for the more dramatic. I realize the other music is a little too like upbeat for this lady having a heart attack right now. So
I don't know. I think I kind of felt that was more fitting because if she dies, I can celebrate for giving me sass.
she eventually stops clutching her chest. She seems to faint, but she's still breathing. And her head just kind of like slumps off to the side.
Okay. At least he's
Okay.
alive.
Yeah. Shit. I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna call out to Albertus and then like get him to come in here and keep an eye on her.
Huh?
And
Oh,
then I'm
okay.
gonna encourage Zalia. I'm gonna look at Zalia and just be like, okay, you can see anything that's invisible, right?
Yeah.
All right. Keep an eye out in case Valerie's here, but under like some kind of hidden guise. I'm gonna whip out the monocle just in case that's like a hidden hatch or something in the basement or wherever that she might be hiding.
I would also use the rod to have detect magic up
Okay.
additionally. So
We are
And then-
searching this house clean, and I'm leaving like 50 gold so she can buy new doors.
I will say, although it is distance, you do sense magic in the area.
Oh.
It's
Oh.
below you, so.
below. Guys,
Probably just me, bro.
that's probably.
Fucking imagine.
Ask, hang on. Well,
In the-
I'm not gonna
in
back
the
me, but
telepath-
ask 'cause
yeah,
it's familiar.
in the telepathic bond, I'd be like, there's magical energy coming from the basement, so be careful. Well, take a look, and I'll make my way towards the basement.
Okay. With your invisibility sensing prowess, you see Spazchuk picking up the cushions off the couch for some reason as he attempts to search for things. There's a few things down here. I mean, there's a few bits of furniture. There's like a wooden chest in one corner. There's like a wooden wardrobe in another. There's a mirror on the wall, and then there's like a desk in front of it. There's a little door to the back area.
Also, the basement has like 2 rooms. Okay.
Yeah, it's like the like an underfloor. It's not just a room. So
Okay, we detect magic since I can, if I remember correctly, if you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. I would like to cast that to see if I can narrow down where the magical energy is coming from.
okay. It takes a moment, but as you use the wand, it eventually pinpoints it as you see a faint yellowish aura coming out of the wardrobe.
Okay, then mind's eye. Mine's telepathic bond. The wardrobe. Spazchuk, you see it?
Yep.
I don't know one. But there's some sort of... What school of magic is it, actually? Because that I should be able to learn with that.
Fucking. I don't know. Let me look it up. Let me look at my notes. Make sure I have it somewhere in here. Yeah, transmutation. Yeah.
Transmutation, okay.
Transmutation.
Yes. There's some sort of transmutation magic on the wardrobe there.
That's not unusual to what we're hunting. Could be a rune. Remember back at the other place.
You wanna go check it out?
I don't know. If I open that and it triggers and goes off, destroy whatever's in there. Or turn it in some way. I'm not sure. But if I had to hazard a guess, I'd say that's a rune. Something inside that cupboard. Any
Well-
ideas of how to get in otherwise?
I have an idea, yeah. And I would like to cast a spell magic on that bitch.
On the wardrobe.
Yes, on the wardrobe, on the magic effect that is on it. I will roll you a d20, and I'll tell you the DC is a 10 plus the spell's level.
Yes.
So I will, and it automatically dissolves if it's below 3rd level.
Yes. It's not. So.
Okay, cool. Then I will roll.
Oh, whoa! It's not below third level. Shit.
I will roll. I forgot. No, I already rolled. I forgot to give myself guidance. Unlucky. That is an 18 though. So anything below 8th level spell will disappear.
It goes away, and the moment it does, you hear the sounds of a baby crying on the other side.
Oh,
Did she cast silence?
I think she did.
She cast silence to keep the kid hidden.
Guys, crying baby. Downstairs. Wardrobe.
Yeah, Lucian is gonna go up to the wardrobe. He's gonna look at Zelia and like kind of like nod his head in the direction of it, as if to like indicate, like, you know, ask if she can like open it up with like her mage hand from like a distance, just in case fucking Valerie comes out swinging.
I was about to say, I was gonna call out to Valerie to come out, but yeah, that works too.
Can I, just in case? Actually, since detect magic is a 10-minute duration, do I still sense magic coming from there after having dispelled that spell?
Faintly now. It's less significant than it was before, but there is something else still there.
Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, if there's something else still there,
If you want to make an Arcana check to
Dagger.
determine
Could be the
specific
dagger.
value of what it could be.
I have a -2 on that. I'm not risking that.
Okay.
But I would very quickly just want to check the School of its magic again, if that's okay.
Oh, that's the transmutation you were sensing before. Yeah.
Oh, so I got rid of something else. Okay.
There's still magic inside of... I don't know what exactly. Some sort of transmutation still. Spester, can you try and figure it out before we open it or anything?
Yeah, out of character, how the hell would I do that?
Make an Arcana check to see if you can
Oh.
do something, I guess.
Alright, that I can definitely do. Fuck, why did I
It
roll
has to be
so
pretty
shit?
significant
13.
because you're not even looking at it. Would you say?
13.
Yeah,
so
no
it's
fucking
okay.
clue. Sorry.
I have a +10 and a roll of 3, because fuck me.
You're welcome to try again, but the DC goes up even higher then. So.
No, do you know what? Fucking, I win. I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
Oh,
I can.
I only got a 7. Nah, fuck.
But
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I can give you guidance really quick. You also have 1d4 regardless added because of Emboldening Bond. That's currently up, and I can give you guidance on this without losing anything else. I'm pretty
That
sure.
works.
Yes.
So I got a 17.
Plus
The
2d4s.
guidance is... Okay, makes it an 18, and another d4 makes it a 20 for total.
And you have Flash of Genius, I think. Right?
I
If you
do.
want,
Okay, fuck it. Yeah, you know, I'll use Flash of
Potentially, yeah.
Genius.
Considering DC went up.
Makes it a 25.
25 now is what you needed the first time around, not this time.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Alright, that's fine then.
Like,
Nah,
I should open
got
it
a
then?
clue.
Okay.
It might be a good idea to call to them. See if they respond. Might be easier.
I'll let you guys decide.
Lucian.
All right. And then like out loud, Lucian's gonna call out, Valerie, we don't want any trouble. Just step out of the closet with the kid in tow.
You get a muffled response from the other side of the closed wardrobe. It would do me no good to come out here now. If you want no trouble, then leave.
What do you mean it would do you? What it would do you no good?
I know why you're here. You've come for him just as he did. I won't let you take him. I don't know what is wrong with you people. But you won't get away with this.
What do you mean come to take him?
I'm gonna stop breathing on my hands, so just assume that my speech is muffled, okay?
Yeah, no,
this
of
isn't
course.
fun. You already came for your revenge. You got it. And then I had to deal with them. I had to take care of it. Because if I didn't, everything was gonna be ruined. Now leave, now. Just leave me and my family alone. And the kid is still, like, muffled crying from behind.
How can we get... I'm gonna say internally. Has anybody got any ideas to get her away from him?
Hold on. Now we can't see her.
Oh,
Not...
I've got a bit of an idea. Don't know if this could work.
Yeah?
Let me see. Yes, Because I'm fucking reading it this time, alright, guys?
Good.
No way. Reading sweep.
Hawk has his
Reading
spotlight
sweep.
turned onto you to make sure. So
Reading sweep.
Okay, yeah. If you can get that door open, I can use my abilities to cast spell that could get the kid away from her. I just need to see him for 1 second.
Valerie, I don't know what you're worried about, or truly what has frightened you into doing what you have. But I'm offering you a chance. You and I have both lost someone very near and dear to us today. And I don't know if that's weighing down on you as much as it is me. But I know that he would want me to try and make things right and to ensure that you and your son are both safe. But I cannot do that while you're in that closet. Please. You do not need to be afraid. We're not here to hurt you. We want to ensure that you and your son are well, and we want to ensure that he is raised properly to be the man that you and Arius both knew he could be.
Simon will be just fine. I am his mother, and I will do everything I can to protect him. I have already gone above and beyond for this child, and nothing will stop me, not even you. So you leave now, for you are scaring him and putting him in a grave danger.
Delia, get that hand ready.
Look, trust me, I understand. I was raised by a single mother as well. I understand that you truly do have what is at best in your heart for this child, but there's only so much that you as a mother can do, and even when you put everything on the line, they still need other people in their corner to back them. Please, Valerie, I am offering you this chance. We can fix whatever's going on. We can make sure that everything is righted. Righted? Written?
Made right.
Made right, that's the one. We will ensure that you are both looked after to the best of our abilities, and you will be safe. And your son will grow up to be a better man than most. Just let us help you.
Make a persuasion
Does
check.
the... Yeah, while he
Okay.
rolls, does the wardrobe, by the way, have a keyhole or anything?
No. it
That
does
one
not.
could look-
There's
okay.
actually a little latch in front of it that just kind of like swoops down into like a hole, and you can just easily like push it up, kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
31.
Plus 1d4. Just
I
in
did.
case.
I did use the
Remember.
1d4.
Fuck. Okay, yeah.
Do it again anyway.
Yeah, cheat.
Okay.
No cheating. I really want to believe you. But you and I both know there's more to this than either of us are aware of. You have no reason to pursue me.
At this point, while she's like giving her monologue, I'm gonna give a nod to Celia, as to not like leave us in the dark and make her
Yeah,
do anything rash.
So are you opening the
Yeah.
thing, or?
Well, I'm unlocking it first, right? Because you said there's like this thing.
Yeah,
where you
there's
can,
a little latch you can
pull it
easily
up
the
first.
little
Yeah.
purple hand just kind of goes in and whoop, and like
I'm
moves
gonna
it out of the way.
say, I'm gonna immediately prepare Vortex Warp. Whoa, that cheating spell! I'm gonna prepare Vortex Warp just for as soon as I get eyes on.
OMG character
Okay.
development.
Alright, so cool. I can now use a spell as intended.
Hell yeah.
Good job,
I
Skechers.
I have to read it 3 times as well, just in case Joel.
I do that too. Don't blame yourself.
Yeah, no, I read my spells. Yeah, fucking every time I use it.
No, Hawk
every
already
single
knows
one
what every spell ever does. He knows what spells
I
in books
know.
that don't even exist do. So, yeah.
For real.
Yeah, I'll. Do I quickly open? Yeah, I guess like the safest way would be to quickly, like, in our telepathic, in our telepathic communication, I'd say to Spastok, I'm gonna get the door open as quick as I can. Both of them actually, and then just be ready, okay? And you know what? Instead of casting my mage hand for this, I would like to use Thaumaturgy to immediately cause an unlocked door to fly open.
Okay.
Oh, that's even better. Oh, shit.
Okay.
Okay, the door's... And she's clutching... She's holding the kid. She tries to back up, but there's nowhere to back up into.
Immediately, I cast Vortex Warp to get the child behind us.
Does the child have to make a saving throw for that? But I
It
actually
does.
don't know.
It does. I believe it does. So
There's
it
no way.
needs to do...
What does he have to... What does Simon have to roll?
It's... So the little baby, the fucking infant, has
Yep.
to roll a con saving throw, and so help me God, if
Constitution
it gets
saving throw.
if it gets above an 18, I'm going to shit myself.
So he's a baby. So he has just a straight 10 to con, so a +0. So this is a straight roll.
Even that's really fucking impressive. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, for a baby.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, hold on. Keep in mind, an intelligence score of 10 is average, like, just like a regular, actually slightly below
Yeah,
average,
regular
actually. So,
person.
Do you
Yeah.
know how squishy babies are?
Yeah,
He's a baby.
Dude, yeah.
if I go, shush, calm down. Oh, he's got a crazy stat block. It's as an infant. If he had less than 10, that would mean there's probably something like physically fucking wrong with him.
There is. He's the son of Arius.
He's an infant.
No,
Yeah,
you can
I
develop
love
that,
the two. I love the two lines of directioning there. Oh, there's gonna be something wrong with him. Yeah, he's an infant. Yeah, he's Arius' son.
Didn't even let me finish. It's a straight roll -1. He gets a -1 to every roll he makes because he's an infant. So he rolled a 16 -1 for a total of 15.
Oh, you
And when he
made it.
fails-
If he made the save, I would have
That would've
lost
been
my
so
shit laughing.
fucking
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah,
Bro,
no,
so weak.
same.
Not even spells work on a baby. Yeah.
Bro, even then, that's insane. I don't care what anyone
Imagine
says,
a kid
alright?
rolls a fucking nat 20.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put him sort of behind us. I think that's the best place for him.
Maybe put him in your arms as well. I could also.
I was
just-
thinking
eventually-
that, but I would rather try and, like, grab her or something before she does anything. And, like, get him behind us, you know, so we're kind of, like, forming a wall.
So where's
Because I'm
the-
assuming the room isn't very big.
No, where's the kid?
I
Specifically.
placed him behind me on, like, the armchair, I think you described
Okay.
there being. I know you said, like, a mirror on the desk.
Let it be known, I am trying to look out for you because your wording would make me want to teleport him behind you in the air and then he'd fall and hurt himself. So, because you just
Yeah,
say
that's what I was
behind me, that means in your mind you're going, behind us, ah! You know, and he just falls or something. So,
Lands on his head, takes like double damage because of the soft spot.
yeah. Oh yeah, if you guys want weaknesses for an infant, he's vulnerable to all types of damage. So, yeah.
Guiding bolt.
Okay, that's fine. I'll punch him. Oh, guiding bolt? Okay, I have advantage then.
Thunder gauntlets, baby. Bah!
You incinerate Arius's kid. That's wow.
Hey, like
And then
father,
I'll
like
revive
son.
it and I'll do it again.
Okay, so
like
you
father, like
vortex-
son, baby.
You vortex warp him into the armchair, just out of her hands. Immediately, she will draw that
But
dagger. No! And she's gonna leap just right at you, Spaztok, with a. Let's see.
Oh, damn.
That is gonna be a. That's a 26 to hit.
26 to hit.
There you
Okay,
go.
that hits.
Okay. Do-do-do-do-do. Hang on
That's
a
not
second.
too bad.
here.
It's only like 50 damage that the thing does per hit. You're still fine.
Okay. So that is gonna be 5 piercing damage.
And 60 radiant.
Hold on. So that is.
I think the average last time was like around
That's going to
75.
be 30 points of radiant damage from the infused dagger as it just zips inside the side of your suit and the flesh like singes you on the inside.
That was
even.
30 total. Or 30 plus the 7. Sorry.
Where did he get 7 from?
You said 7 initially, didn't you?
I said
said 5.
I said 5
Oh,
piercing plus 30 radiant damage. That's 35 damage total. Please count.
You can also deal 37 to yourself if you feel like it.
Yeah, if you want to take extra damage and just make it more worth my while, I am on
Dude,
board.
what's with the sarky attitude? We need to get 7 from. Bro, just say 5.
Well, I don't know where you got
Five,
7
no,
from. I told you 5,
I
and you're like,
misheard
okay,
you.
and then I said
I
30.
misheard you. I misheard you.
Okay, well, you answered me. That's why I'm like, how does he not know if he knew what I told him the first time?
Alright.
Look,
It's
I'm already
fine.
working with very few tools, and you guys are level 14. Okay, so I gotta make it fun for myself. All right, hitting you with a dagger that somehow does 5d12 radiant damage. So, what's that called? Railroading. Okay.
We can steal that.
We can.
Yes.
Yes, you can. Perhaps. Maybe. Maybe there's a catch. Anyways, so yeah, she leaps out and she stabs you with that. So,
Okay, that's fine.
okay.
Do we? I'm getting the stage that this is going to be an initiative thing. If not, that's fine. But
Not necessarily. In theory, it will be Lucian's turn because he hasn't done like.
Yeah, anything. Yeah. Well, okay.
Yeah,
How about how about you? How do you respond? This is all happening kind of at the same time. She just like and like stabs you, and she's she's like on top of him, like trying to stab him over and over again. So
I would have
okay.
liked to cast Hold Person after like.
okay,
you know,
so I gotta
that
make a
was
wisdom
different.
save.
Yeah.
oh, hang on. I'm just thinking. I'm invisible. She would have had to do that with disadvantage, but it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I rolled with that.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
I got you, babe. That
See,
yeah
he pays attention.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Okay, that's she's got a +1 to wisdom. That's a 16. So
Unlucky.
so
She is
she's on you,
paralyzed.
and then she just freezes up and falls off of you onto the ground.
You okay, Violet?
Yeah, I think so. And as that happens, I'm sort of going to come out of invisibility there.
All right. She seems startled by something. Either she's worried about potentially being attacked in the city. Maybe Nigel's got stuff going on in the background. But Zelia, you remember my sister, right, Eleanor?
Yeah.
Can you potentially send a message to her, see if she's willing to house some people? We'll see if we can. We'll see if we can get them through the portal in the city, get them to Westershin, and see if they can go from there.
You mean Valerie?
Valerie, the kid, Evan, the entire family. Griffin and Nigel stay in this city, unaware of where they're going. Because if
Guys,
she's frightened of something, it's got to be to do with them. I'm sure of it.
The lady upstairs as well. We need to take care of her. We can't just leave her here.
Why don't we figure it out first before we help someone who potentially killed our friend?
Yeah, alright. Alright, we'll take her to the Night of Justice first. Get her put in the holding cell for the night. We'll drop off the young man with Evan and the rest of his family. We'll make sure security's tight around there. No one gets in or out without Evan's say-so or ours. And then we'll go ask her questions, okay?
It'll be at this time you hear behind you, freeze! And there are several guards of the Alakaran military with their pikes pointed at you guys. Intruder, stand down immediately!
Alright, Lucian will raise his hands and, in the bond, he's just gonna, say to them, just pretend to be dazed and disoriented.
Okay.
It's just, and when hopefully while they're doing that,
Yeah, I'll just swing around a little bit. I
yeah,
don't know.
looking a
pretend I'm
bit
dazed.
dazed, confused, or whatever. Lucian is just gonna put his hands up and be like, "It's all me. I'm a bard at heart. I like gold. I took some people captive. I've stolen people's money, and this family just happened to be next."
You're not helping us.
In the bond, he's just gonna hear, "Shut the fuck up. I'm ensuring that you fuckers can get away."
Not Very well, you're not.
Shut the fuck up. I will put a bullet in you next.
You're also potentially ensuring that she can get away.
Guards, please! These people are crazy!
in.
You have
Just
to help
tell
us!
them that we have good business. Show her the evidence. We have every right to be here.
Alright, fine. Alright, well, you know what? Fuck the lie that I was gonna tell you all.
Oh, you also have a D6 from Pincus, by the way, just for whichever one of you needs it, so...
Awesome. I'm gonna go over to Spazstock because he's got the evidence on him. And I'm gonna casually pull out of his fucking backpack, bag of holding, whatever he's got on him, and be like, we are here on good business. I was gonna lie to ensure that my companions here could get away safe and sound, and I'd take the fall for it, but this evidence right here puts Valerie Trueblood as the lead suspect of the death of Arius Trueblood, and just about every other fucking conspiracy going on in this city involving Nigel and his deeds, and, I don't know, potential ties to Griffin and his gambling ring.
It's also maybe worth mentioning we're unsure of Arius' whereabouts.
Arius has
He
gone
knows
missing.
somewhere.
Yeah, Arius has gone missing. Based on the evidence that we did find at the crime scene at the Trueblood Manor, current assumption is dead. We are hoping otherwise.
Better be otherwise. I'm gonna turn around and just stare at her.
Her eyes are blazing. The kid is screaming.
Oh, poor
I'm
fucker.
gonna go. I'm gonna actually go and comfort the kid.
No, 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 no. The guards put those blades right in your face. Nobody move! And large metal footsteps walk down. A likely story, Veil Walkers. And another armored soldier comes down. He has his helmet around one of his arms. He has slicked back red hair and like a red mustache. I am Captain Avox of the Elikaran military, and I received message from my special informant that an elite group of assassins was coming for her and her child. And he holds up a sending stone in his hand. Madam Trueblood, are you alright? I can't move! Whichever one of you
Hold
has
on.
her in their grasp, you will release her immediately.
If we were supposed to be assassins, why does she have a knife and we don't have any weapons?
Why is she breathing as well? That's a really good question.
I would suggest you should check her for any, sending stones.
Well, of course she would have one. Men?
Over the telepathic bond. Celia, is zone of truth still up?
No, because it would be concentration on.
No, it's not concentration. It's also time duration. Yeah, but it's only at the entrance at the top.
And you guys are in the basement.
And also only I would be able to know if someone's lying or not, so... What's your
Is
idea?
there- Hmm,
Could recast it.
I was
It'd be
thinking of
really worth it.
using zone of truth, but if it only works on you, then it doesn't work as I wanted to.
Alright, well, the guards pick her frozen like body up, seize the child, make sure he's taken somewhere safe. Yes, sir. And one of the no, it's my child. Give it to me. Calm down, woman. I can't believe it has come to this. All right, Veil Walkers, you're going to explain everything this instant, and I catch a whiff of any of you lying, you will never live to see the sun again.
How much do you want to know?
Let's start with the fact that I have 2 busted down doors and an incapacitated elderly woman upstairs. Care to explain that one to me?
He's heavy-handed. He broke down the fucking doors. I say, pointing at Spazstock. She had a heart attack because he was invisible and thought he was a ghost. Based on what we could hear, she thought he was a ghost. We tended to her, gave her some blood-thinning medicine to make sure that she was alive and well. Came down here to look for the son because of the fact that, again, Iris has gone missing. Evan has no idea where Valerie gotten off to and was actually worried for the son's sake and the fact that his brother had gone missing. We came here to find her to ensure that she answered for her crimes. Also bringing along this evidence, again, holding up the note of literally her fucking goal list, which is step 1, do blank, step 2, do blank, step 3, profit. And then, like, you know, literally pointing at the dagger of, oh yeah, and that's a magical weapon.
We believe that was the weapon used against Arius for me entering, okay, maybe not the best risk, but I did what was necessary. She's a fugitive. She runs. I didn't want her getting away again. I'm sorry, but we did everything for that lady upstairs. Gave her the medicine, everything needed.
I was
Now,
also
what
going
we
to
were
leave.
going-
I would like to say I was also going to leave money to ensure that her door got repaired.
I was going to do it myself.
All right. Well, lucky for you, it seems she will be making a full recovery. So that means we only have you so far on one charge of entering without permission. Write that down, soldier. Yes, sir.
I'm happy enough to take entering without permission on the chin. That's completely understandable.
Yeah, that one we can't deny. Like, that is completely on us.
He'll
But
walk up and take the little piece of paper from you and open it up.
But just in fairness, she has ran before, so she's proven guilty. I just want that to be considered. But again,
No one
I'm
is
happy enough to
going
take it
anywhere
on the chin.
at this time.
Yes, I've gathered that.
Interesting. Yes, this note is quite threatening, though it gives no indication it was written by the person you suspect it to be. So,
Other than it was found in the drawer. There are a lot of different witnesses that can testify that, including a butler
And Evans.
yes,
Thank
we
you for
have the
finishing
head of
my
the
sentences.
family
We are so
in,
cute.
in
We're just so
interrogation at
insane.
this time. I will be collecting this, he says, picking up the dagger off of the floor. Reading infused dagger, how interesting.
Tailor-made for, I don't know, killing maybe an undead.
Now, were you all also aware to the one you deem as your associate and his plan to kidnap his son and bring him somewhere we would never find him?
he had no plans of that.
Really? Because I have documentation that says otherwise back at base.
Can I see what documentation you have to prove it?
I am the one asking the questions here, but don't worry, it'll all be
Sir,
brought forth. The
State your
courts.
sources and don't tell me your sources are made to fuck up.
Actually, wait, no.
He turns
have a
around,
bird.
looks at Albertus, and goes, yes, you're the one who destroyed the library. We have you on charges for that as well.
What do you mean destroyed?
Oh, yeah, you
He
weren't
was
there for
just
that
horsing
bit.
around.
Can I roll a
Yes.
history check to see if I even fucking remember that?
Go ahead, yeah.
That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, you have distinct memory of something you even told us that you did once, that back when you couldn't control your horse form, when you were doing research and trying to study things, you broke chunks of the library, and then when they all walked into town, like, weeks after you telling them that story, there was a wanted poster for your character on the wall, so...
Hey. Hey. That was years ago. I have paid them back fully. I even went to help reconstruct it. And that's a lie, by the way.
Yeah, roll deception, and he's rolling
Bruh.
insight on you.
Dude,
He gets
who
advantage to
lie.
this. Yeah.
Really?
Who
Cool
lies
to
to
lie.
the fucking military?
And for no good reason either.
Yeah, it's like...
Hold up. That's a 17.
Yeah, 28, bullshit, he calls,
Yeah.
so...
Here goes breaking Albertus out of prison session next for Sunday.
He gets right in your face. Good thing lying isn't a crime, otherwise I'd have you for that as well, vandalizer. Alright. So far, I have a liar, who caused vandalism, breaking and entering on a poor defenseless old lady. Although you have no intentions of harming the woman, I can see that, lucky for you. I also have attempted assault on a royal family member. Now you here claim in your defense that she is guilty of attacking her own husband. However, sources that I have seen both have her on the sending stone informing me that the assassins that associate with her husband who had attacked her are sent to finish the job, and I see this crying child that I'm having escorted out of here in major duress, which needs this situation promptly handled.
But then it would seem that you and I have the exact same goal in mind.
And what is that?
Finding Arius.
Yes, indeed, Arius Trueblood, the one behind all this, so my sources have claimed. I would like all this get brought together, but would someone unfreeze that poor woman? On it, sir, and a magician will cast Dispel Magic on her to free her.
Lucian is gonna like politely hold up his hand as if he's like, waiting for the teacher to call on him. Just like,
You may
he's not gonna
speak.
interrupt, but he's all right. Cool, because like, don't get me wrong. I understand completely. I've been living in the city for the last 10 years. Like, I've been here as a law-abiding citizen doing my absolute part to play my part within this city. But as of recently, the past few months, I have had to take on different duties. You know, keeping the city safe, so on and so forth, leading a dragon away. So, with all due respect, your sources and whatever documentation or proof that you have on Arius or us quote-unquote being assassins, I believe it is owed to us as people who have protected this city that you do pay us the respect and show us this evidence before you make any bash claims against us that we can't disprove.
Not only that, I just want to put this out here. You claimed that Arius was looking to kidnap Simon for himself, is that correct?
That is correct.
I think it's pretty common knowledge that he, more than any of us, didn't have very long left. And his relationship with Valerie seemed great. Which, again, is clearly not the truth, but we're looking to investigate that too. But why would you run off with your son if you had no time left? On a complete turnabout decision. That wouldn't make any sense.
Plus, there have been multiple instances in the past where we have been outside city limits, like when we saved Valerie and Mrs. Trueblood from the hands of Nigel, and being in that situation, if Arius truly had intention to take Simon, he could have done it there and left her for dead in the middle of nowhere.
King?
Yes.
Can I, as this conversation is going on, roll a perception to inspect the outfits of the guards?
Yeah, sure.
Hello?
Your mic didn't pick
yes,
anything up, King.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, I just thought you was pondering big and hard.
I thought so too.
No, I
was
said
expecting
yes
for, like,
immediately. Yes,
what are
you can
you
do that.
Okay,
looking?
so that's a 15.
As best as you can tell, they are guards. They have the Eliparian symbol on it. They are military.
Okay. My thought process is Albertus is like being a bit sketched out with the whole conversation because of all the
I
claims
don't remember any of this.
that are being made. So what he was doing was trying to inspect the outfits, see if he could spot any anomalies in the outfit that could give away if they were like fake guards.
It's a good thought process, but as best as you were able to interpret at this time, they are actual soldiers of the city.
Well, this is over the telepathic bond. Seems that they aren't lying about the guard part, but I'm still a bit sketched out by all of this. Seems that everything is going too words is going a bit too in her hand.
2 Avox. So there we go.
Sorry, can you tell us some information about your informant who has said that we're assassins? I know that you probably have to hide his identity, but are they related to the Trueblood family? Are they just some like higher up in your ranks? Are they related to the crime? Because I'm trying to piece it together and I cannot figure out who would think that we're assassins
Well,
after everything we've done.
yes, I will not be revealing the identities of any of my sources. However, I can assure you they are not a member nor related to the Trueblood family, nor is there any indication of them being a soldier. But if you want the specifics, I will share them with you, but you will be coming with us. Men, escort them this way. And the soldiers get behind a few of you and point their pikes at you. You heard the captain. Get moving.
All right. And like Lucian will just follow behind the captain.
He escorts you guys a long way. You also see a gurney with soldiers walking away with the elderly woman, taking her into a carriage. He escorts you guys out, and you walk a long distance until...
Before we do that, I'm gonna fix the doors. Alright?
I don't think you'll
you
be
are
allowed to.
captive. You are not doing anything, or you will become.
Sorry,
you will be considered a threat at this time.
That's
so
not because I wasn't paying attention. I was deafened because I got that call.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fine. I'm just
Um,
yeah. No, the soldiers are right now. You guys are suspects as well as Valerie. So you are all being
Yes,
taken
so-
down to one of the prisons. Actually,
So Valerie's getting taken as well.
yeah,
what
she's
about the
coming
kid?
with. He's already been taken away by one of the soldiers.
Okay. Okay, cool. Just wanted to see if we see him anywhere.
Yeah. No, he's not with you at this time, but he left a while ago. So, but they escorted him to somewhere where he can calm down. So yes, you're not being locked up, but you are being taken to an interrogation chamber. The four of you are being put in there. Valerie's being put somewhere else. Arius is very
Five,
experienced.
including the ghost of Ares.
You guys got this. I believe in you. I'll be your lawyer, even though you can't hear me.
Who's that?
He's still here.
Finally, Arius gets
heart
revenge. He
attack
starts
now.
tugging on Zelia's hood and throwing it over her face. So.
Nice.
Huge.
Payback. Arya
so yeah.
sweep. Arya sweep. Arya swept under the rug.
So the four of
Hell
you
yeah.
are asked to take a seat at the ends of a long table. And unless you fight back, each of you will have a single ankle shackled to the ground.
Can I? Did they take our like inventory from us? Do we still have our stuff on us, or how much freedom do we have
You
here?
have your stuff on you, but they are requesting that you do not try to leave at this time.
Question. I'm guessing it's in Alberta's human form.
You are in human form at this moment, so yeah.
How about you don't try and break out just yet?
Yeah. How about you wait? Because so far everything is chill. and
more,
if you...
it's more of a I want to know my possibilities.
Yeah, fair.
All
Yeah,
I'm
that makes sense.
All I'm saying is, if push comes to shove, I've still got inventory.
All I'll say is that push comes to shove, it's your fucking fault.
Yeah, push comes to shove. I've got some more bullets. Wait, whose fault?
Not your fault.
Okay,
fucking
perfect.
Meadows.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
What?
You lied to the guy.
I
no
will say,
reason.
I will say your
Literally none.
I will say your primary weapons, though. Out of the four of you, only one of you really uses a weapon. So the gun and the sword and technically your mace are
Yeah.
just put on a tray outside of the room. They're not being locked up or anything.
that
They're
works.
just not in your
Works,
hands while you're in
yeah.
this interrogation room.
Weren't
of course,
they confused that I didn't have the weapon?
yes, they looked at this guy and they're like, "What the fuck?" You know, and they're like,
Yeah, he's our note taker.
"What?" You overhear one of them just saying he must be an advisor or something. So
While you're doing that, I'm just gonna call over like, oh yeah, real cool assassin, an assassin advisor. Yeah, that works well. Write that down in your summary report.
oh, for you, Spaztok, the captain gets right up to you. How about you come out of there, mister?
Absolutely no problem at all, sir. And I'm gonna open up and just walk out with my little hands
Yeah.
face forward.
So yeah, your little kobold leg gets shackled into a chair that you are too small for, and Spaztok will be left outside the room as well, for the record. So
Yeah, I would willingly put down my shield out in the front as well to
Okay.
try and hope to gain a little bit more trust here.
so yeah, the four.
Listen,
then
what I would say though is just don't do anything to spook him. He is let's say he's a little quirky, all right? So just be careful. Place a blanket over his head or something. I don't know.
There's like a young
Fine.
recruit who's like, you don't have to tell me twice. So he throws a blanket over it. Creepy ass thing.
Yeah, he's not okay.
Before we shackle us, what are these shackles for?
I understand you have accomplished a great deal in your lives, and figures such as yourselves have gained great power through your strife. If you are found guilty, well, can't have you running away now, can I? They are to ensure the safety of everyone in this building, including yourselves.
Are they magical?
My dear, I do believe you know I will not be giving you any of that kind of information on the security protocols that we take in this facility.
Celia.
Yeah?
It's alright. This is Arius, guys. If anything happens, they have respect for him.
Apparently, fucking not. And Lucian's just gonna sit down and cross his legs.
Can I? I'm trying to see if I can prepare something, but I don't think so. Do I risk dispelling potentially dispelling magic on the
I wouldn't say yet. I wouldn't say yet.
Not
No.
yet, not yet.
If
Not
push
yet
comes
doesn't
to
work, 'cause
shove,
if it's anti-magic, then I can't do anything once it's on me. That's more so my concern.
That's not unnecessary. Honestly, we're doing very well by complying at the moment.
You know what? You're right. Yes. Okay. I will sit down. I will give my leg so they can shackle my leg.
Can I at least have a feather and a piece of parchment?
I want to get my last letter home. I want my call equivalent D&D moment.
I once seen that centaur kill 4 men with a quill. A fucking quill.
Who does that? That was the most appropriate time to make that reference. I appreciate it. All right, you are all sat and shackled. Albertus is still
Did I
fully
get-
human to their interpretation. So,
Did I get my quill?
in a moment, he sits down in one of the chairs. Another looking high-ranking individual sits down. He has like short, spiky blonde hair as he takes his helmet off. This is Commander Voight. He will be sitting in on this with us. And then there's 2 guards and a hooded figure standing behind them on the other side of the wall. So
Ominous. Love it.
now,
Court magician.
Court magician.
Commander, to get you up to speed, these individuals are speaking here that supposedly Valerie Trueblood is up to no good. After the arrest of both Nigel and Griffin Trueblood and their crimes against the city, there appears to be another individual associated with this. It is under my personal knowledge that Valerie is actually innocent in these matters, supposedly speaking, he says, glaring at all of you, and that she was attacked by her husband, who has been reported as risen from the dead, seeking to kidnap his son and take him away. She fighting back to simply defend herself. Indeed, I see. The Veilwalkers, as best as my knowledge gives to me, are heroes of the city, fighting off the Coat of the Dragon in their vain attempts to take over, as well as saving other civilizations and handling other issues for the Knights of Justice. The Knights of Justice are not in charge here, though we are, indeed. Their word has some pull, but not enough to get them out of this situation if they were to be guilty. As for the rest of you, I'm quite interested in what you aim to accomplish here tonight after storming into a woman's house, giving her a heart attack, and freezing up and supposedly taking into your own vigilante custody a woman you have no proof against.
Well, if you want the truth, I wanted to find out the truth of what happened to my fucking friend. And because she seemed rather startled and about how, you know, bad things were going to happen if she came with us, because I offered her a hand, I offered her a chance to come willingly, and we was going to go back to the Trueblood Manor, but she seemed frightened, as if something bad was going to happen to her and her son. The plan that I had in mind was we were going to take her to the Knights of Justice, put her in a cell overnight, see what happens, ask her some questions, and if all was in the clear that this was just some fucked up mix-up, we were going to get her out of the city and house her in Westershund for a bit.
So you were planning to take this woman without notifying any government officials and seal her away in another city that we can't even reach?
No, I was planning on notifying officials that seem to be fucking competent at their job, but, you know.
Avox kind of grins, nodding at you. All right, then. And he
Look.
taps a finger on the table, and eventually a soldier comes in, hands him some documentation, and then leaves, and he starts rifling through it, barely glancing at you if you want to say something else.
Look, at the end of the day, Arius and I, we grew up in this city, like, completely different worlds apart. But I can say with my hand on my heart that I wish no ill will of the citizens of this city. I've grown up amongst many of them. I've served plenty of them beers. And alcohol and ale, God knows what. I just wanted to make sure that what happened to my friend, if he's gone, if he's missing, I just wanted to find out the truth.
Can I look at the documentation, by the way? Like,
He's
try and
looking
get a
at it
look
right now. It's the blank sides are facing you. So
Okay.
believe me, Mr. Lucidel, the truth is all that we want. To ensure justice is solidified. To make sure punks like you don't get away with crimes. We don't know that yet. Calm yourself, Captain. But in the meantime... What?
Oh.
Go ahead.
Wouldn't this process be sped up a lot if one of you could get someone over here that could just cast the Zone of Truth on us? That we can't lie to you?
And they kind of look at each other. So we should be concerned that you would lie to us then.
No, it's more, I want to help you speed up this process so that you know that we are innocent.
We would willingly fail the spell as well, just so you have peace of mind.
Peace of mind is all we want. We want the same thing as you do at the end of the day. We want the truth.
The commander looks behind him and snaps his finger. You heard them, soldier. Send the spell. And the little hooded figure will draw like a little arcane symbol in the air and then push into it, and the zone surrounds all of you.
So willingly failing.
Yes, I'm also willingly failing.
Yep.
Willingly fail.
Okay. We are
Why the
good.
hell don't you guys just do this with everything? Surely that would just make so much more sense now.
I used to wet the bed till I was 9.
I'm sorry, Lucian. What? Actually, I'm sorry. I can't say that. I'm not sorry.
What an interesting bunch. But these days anyone could prove themselves to be a hero, I suppose. We don't know
Apparently
that
so,
yet.
and then he covers his mouth real quick.
Nice. You literally didn't even mean to. You didn't need to say that.
I know, but I wanted to.
Okay, Avox slams the table. Enough! Alright. We looked into the note that you spoke about, and I deferred to Evan Trueblood. He claims all that he knew is you said the note came from the bedroom that both Arius and his wife shared together.
Yes, I found it behind a picture.
So it was hidden away.
It was.
Interesting. We have that on record.
Along with the key. I don't know where the key leads.
Do you have it in your possession?
I do. I believe it's on my suit.
They like whisper to one of the soldiers and he steps outside. Very good. Well, I suppose we should get serious now. Are you sure we don't have more for them? Not at this time. Are all of you aware that your associate kept a personal journal for himself?
I don't know.
Not to my
No.
knowledge.
Interesting.
I haven't been traveling with the rest of the Veilwalkers long enough to tell.
He's very new.
He pulls out a little leather notebook that looks like worn out and frayed, like it's been used for quite some time. And he like puts one leg over the other and opens it. It was really quite an interesting read.
Wait, how do you have that?
It was found at the Trueblood residence, along with the belongings of your associate.
How did we
What
not
belongings?
see that?
The soldiers that arrived on the scene said they noticed a few things left on the ground after the disappearance of Miss Valerie and Arius. Something along the lines of his coat, this book, a sword, and a stone. We assume you
So-
took those belongings at this now, but we have this.
Yeah, I had no idea he had a journal.
Well, inside, he documents multiple things. The absolute despair he felt for the betrayal of his brothers against him and how they killed him.
Valid.
Yes.
We assume he started writing in this thing after he was resurrected from the dead. In addition to it, there was some very vicious-looking drawings of the things he wished to do to the ones who had harmed him. Understandably so. In addition, there was a newfound respect for the individuals he judged at first, but soon grew to consider good friends of his. We deem that to mean all of you.
Is there anything in there about me? Sorry, I'm massively insecure. and I
Cut
want
back
to be...
on the ego.
No,
Personal
I'm massi-
compliments can wait until we figure this shit out.
Okay, okay.
Probably only the smell of you.
There was also a specific longing to find both wife and child, missing of the family that he once had. Everything that stands true with the image of the man we know.
So a loving husband.
Until you get towards the end, of course, when the way this individual writes gets a little more hectic, a little more unstable, but the handwriting persists all the same. Until it gets to a point that starts speaking of rather disturbing imagery. It seems your associate, if he could not have the family he so wished and be resurrected, he started to fear that his time in this world would be coming to an end. He hoped that sparing the lives of his brothers would spare him of having to fade on, that the rage that he felt within could be manifested into something new and keep him around for much longer. But over time he realized that could not happen and that he would die regardless. And he could not bear leaving behind his family. So, he was planning to take them with him into the afterlife, whether they wanted it or not.
That doesn't
you
sound like him at all.
Do you have any
May
knowledge
I
of
see
this?
those pages?
I was about to
specifically
ask, yeah, because that sounds.
He holds
Like, I mean,
the book open and slides it across towards you guys.
Looking at it. Sorry, you want to go first, Reno?
Well, you might know me. I have written some books, and I want to at least determine if, like you said, that the handwriting was the same, but I want to see if the ink pattern matches, like the time frame of when it could have been written.
By all means.
So I would cast, not cast. I would roll for perception. Can I have guidance by any chance?
I don't
I
know.
I would ask.
Can I help him in achieving that? I'm a cleric. I can guide him, if that's okay.
That is all you are casting, I shall permit it.
Thank you.
And how? This is a perception roll, right? Or
Yeah.
what type of roll? Okay, then
Perception.
in that case,
I can also help look a little bit. I
I could all
have good eyes.
Perception could work. Investigation as well. I think if perception might be best in this case.
Well, yeah, you're
Well,
just
depends on
looking
king,
to
no?
see.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so specifically, you're trying to see if the ink on it is so old that like it would be around, like as long as he's been around for, rather than someone just writing it up a day ago or
Yeah.
something. Okay.
Okay. Rolling for the perception.
Yeah, I guess perception works there.
yeah, then perception
Okay.
with advantage and 1d4 added.
Okay. That's a 17.
17. Okay.
Damn.
And you
As
would basically
best-
see Albertus flipping between the earlier pages and then the last page. That's mentioning the taking him with him in the grave part.
It's definitely difficult to determine. I will say the book is definitely older. Like it's not something that someone just bought today or something. The wear and tear seems to be from overuse. There's even like some old pages torn out. The ink does seem to be from different points in time. I'll say you didn't roll high enough to be able to determine how old it is. It's not fresh, but you really can't tell if it's, a month, a year, more or less kind of thing. It's just not extremely recent.
While he's looking for that, by the way, since we saw Arius write a contract in the Hells with his own handwriting, is there any way that I could potentially, since I'm also regardless looking at the book right now to help, or the letter thingies, is there any way I can try and determine if the writing, both on the older pages and on the newest page, where it's like all more messy, somewhat matches up like with the one we saw him write down in the Hells in the contract, like in terms of, I don't know, like maybe the pattern of how he spells or how he writes certain letters, and all that shit.
I do believe the contract is no longer in your guys' possession because it just kind of
No, it is not.
So you
So,
would need to make a
yeah.
history check to see if you remember that.
Okay.
Am I still allowed to cast guidance just if I'm trying to remember some things?
Just let us keep an eye on those hands of yours.
Of course.
And I'll have my hands up and cast guidance on myself to try and get this fucking history check working.
I believe I'm proficient in history too.
Same as these.
But I can, if I'm helping you with an action, I can add a d6 because I'm my sidekick.
You also
yeah,
have
well,
a
we
D6
can-
from Pincus that nobody's used yet, so.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
true.
fuck
Well,
Pincus. No one
Yeah.
take that.
Okay, alright. D6
we'll
is
save that
worth-
for a very important role. Do I get advantage on this one then, or?
Yes, because I'm helping.
Okay. Then let me. Okay.
Yeah, because all of you present for that, weren't you?
Plus a d6.
Yes. Yes. Well, I currently have a 13. Is it worth adding the d6 on a 13?
You literally, there's no need not to. I don't lose anything. It's
it
just
at
whenever
most-
I use the help action.
Yeah, no, it's just because no, the d6 is just because of
Pincus.
because then we can't save it for another roll. That's mainly.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm talking. It's two different d6s. So I have
You
a
get one from
d6
him,
given to-
because he's
yeah.
the sidekick right now, and you get one from Pincus.
Oh, so I get advantage and the d6 from him. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Then I'll have your d6 added to that. That's a 4. That's a 17 so far. Can you still cast Flash of Genius in Fury?
No, I can't.
No. Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
17.
Titan suit, isn't it?
Quick vote, since this is a shared die. Should I use it on this one or not? The d6 from Pincus.
I'd say so.
Do it.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. But I hope this is above a 3, baby.
I hope it's a
We don't
one,
know
it's a
you,
sketchy
Pincus.
one.
It is a 3. I'm at a 20 total.
20 total. Okay.
Still don't know you anything, Pincus.
Looking at the handwriting, as best as you remember, he had a very elegant way of writing, even despite his brashness and his his warriorness. He had a very smooth, like cursive, like penmanship. And this is similar to that. You're not sure if it's exactly the same, but also that was his signature. He could have a specific way of writing that. Though a lot of this has that very smooth, royal-esque, like swirling writing style. That starts to drift away as the writing gets a lot more intense and hectic, but that would change
Yeah, that would
regardless
make
based on the
sense.
individual if they were like losing it or something. So, is it verbatim what you saw when he signed his name? No, but is it of a very similar style? Yes.
Okay. Well, this seems like it's happened. Who of you guys has talked to Arias more, like a lot, in like the last 1 or 2 days?
I believe I shared some words with him before.
Did he seem more erratic at all?
No, not in my mind's eye.
He just seemed happy to be home.
Yeah, he
I
was
don't
even.
believe any of this.
Yeah, he even was willing to not visit his family on the day when he did, aka today, to help you guys and, go to the store with us. So I'm.
No, very much himself.
And you gotta remember, we've been with him for like, what, a little over 2 months now?
Yeah. He would have said if he was feeling upset or anything. Right?
He's not exactly someone who's good at lying or hiding how they're feeling.
No.
You can't even tell if someone's in love.
Yeah, that.
That's something that Alberta says because of the Zone of Truth.
You've all known him 2 months. I knew the guy for 4 years. I fought alongside him before his untimely demise. Perhaps
know
you
what
didn't
he
know
can
him
do.
as well as you thought.
Death kind of changes people, you know?
Yeah, it can make them crazy.
He didn't appear crazy. And I even know him shorter than all of them.
What was your experience with him?
He was an icon to us, the Demon Thorn, an incredible soldier, ruthless on the battlefield. He had a ruthless personality. He didn't let very many few get in, except for that family of his. Heck, he didn't even get along with his brothers all that well. All he cared about was that woman. And she seemed to care about him too, at least for a time. But I don't know. He was very closed off, very distant. So if anyone ever broke through that hard shell of his, well, let's just say the theory of him losing it and doing whatever it took to keep that person with him, I would believe it. Is that your interpretation of him? It is. I watched that man fight. I know what he was capable of. So you really believe he would try to kill his own family? He came back. What if he can make them live eternally with him as well? Speaking of which, I should share my other piece of evidence with all of you. He's gonna
Hold
pull-
up.
Yeah?
Albertus has a very dumb idea that he's gonna share over the telepath. Oh no, fuck! I can't. Never
Say that
mind.
anymore, can you?
I can't.
Yeah, I don't know if
because
we
the telepathic
can.
bond is gone.
Well, it's not necessarily gone, depending on when we cast it, because it's like an hour, and every hour I have to recast it.
The thing is, how
I
would
don't know.
Zone of Truth affect it?
That is an interesting. Well, you can still communicate telepathically. You, just can't lie
can't tell
telepathically.
lies, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, why do I have a feeling he was fucking Valerie?
What?
I'm sorry.
What?
You're weird.
No. He is very hellbent on basically convincing us that Arius went crazy. All of this, something just feels off about it.
Yeah. You're right.
like-
It seems off, but he could just be biased.
Yes, and also Valerie didn't want to go back to the city in which he is stationed.
This is true.
Hmm.
Let's
I
just see
should
where this
drop all
goes.
the. I should drop all those books.
Too
much
You're
smut.
smart, bro.
Fucking gooner.
Goonin in the fantasy land. That's what we like.
Hell yeah. Alright, what's the evidence?
Fix when you're done.
Yeah, what's the evidence? Yeah, I'm curious.
This here. And he pulls out a very wide, it's not even parchment, it's like a thick leather hide, but it can be written on. And he unravels it for you all. This here. It is some sort of disturbing necromancy spell we found. It has to do with reviving the dead, but bringing them back as undead, and ensuring that their souls can travel with you into the afterlife and other weird, spooky shit that I don't fully understand, but we found it in the True Blood Manor. And this would not outright convict your associate for being the one to set it up, but it is rather quite perplexing to us because from our study of the individual of Nigel, he had no interest in the afterlife. He had interest in contacting evil beings from other dimensions. The only being that we know to be associated with the True Blood family that was interested in the afterlife would be Arius, because he came from there.
Where in the True Blood family estate did you find this?
It was in the training room. Yes, we questioned Evan Trueblood about it, and he said he never saw the damn thing before, and he has people scour every area of that house for spooky things after the shit with his brother went down. This was a shock to
Hey.
even him.
Do forgive me, outside of character. Nigel he was the other one to have used a radiant weapon, correct?
Yeah, the one who I shot
Yeah.
the fingers off of.
Right. So, speaking of Nigel, we were going to ask him, but we decided to pursue Valerie instead. But he, in the past, is somebody who wished harm on Arius. He also adopted the use of a radiant enchanted weapon.
Which you saw at the scene of the crime, by the way.
Correct.
We had it
also
analyzed,
think-
this is true.
We also think that because of a tutorial book guide, how to actually create weapons as such was found in Valerie's dormitories. We believe that Nigel might know a thing or two about a motive from Valerie. We believe that they were speaking. I think that it would be of use to you to get some information from him.
Don't worry, we already have someone speaking with him at this time.
See, that doesn't give me a
um,
whole lot of confidence. Sorry, you first.
Lucian, please. Try and be nice to them. And I just have one. So you said this was in the training room, right?
Yes.
Arius visited the estate for the first time today. Why would it be in the training room instead of on his person where you found all the other stuff?
Correct.
You tell us. We're trying to figure this out.
I'm just trying to say that it doesn't make a lot of sense for Arius, who's been, to us, known to be pretty intelligent about all his moves and everything he does.
Hey, you were in the military with him. I'm sure you can surmise that much. Somebody's quiet, calculating. You can surely admit to that much, right?
Of course I can. I can speak on the man's behalf in that regard. However, if these were the ranting and ravings of the lunatic that we are trying to see if he is associated to, based on the penmanship and descriptions of actions in those books, specifically that journal, we need to be clear on his state of mind. Even the brightest of men can fall when their hearts have been broken.
Yeah,
Or
but
Sure,
Steph.
but it could have been just an expression that he illustrated. You can't really surmise his state of mind unless actually speaking to him. or
And neither can
getting-
people that have only been associated with him for 2 months when he was only undead and never knowing him as the living man.
You just said you've never known him after all the years of speaking to him. He was isolated. He never talked to anybody.
Evox, why don't you go take a walk? I'm fine. That was not a request. He scoots
Listen,
back. I'm not doing this.
Before
with
you go, fair enough. I get it. You want to find who did this. We do too. I just wouldn't wish any bad will on you. Despite what you think, we knew him.
We'll see about that. And he storms out of there. I
Stabs foot, crosses arm.
You're,
apologize
dick.
for my associate. Let's just say he's very passionate about his line of work and likes seeing people he believes are guilty go the way. And right now, you are the ones in his crosshair.
I suppose he's no different than Arius then.
And at that, the commander grins. You'd be surprised. And another guard comes in and hands him a little information that he looks on a little slip. Well, I have news to share with all of you. Valerie Trueblood has been questioned, zone of truth and everything. And it is her testimony that Arius attempted to attack her and take Simon Trueblood into his own personal custody. And he's kind of looking at all of you to try and gauge your reactions, as you can tell.
Yeah, Rosalia just has like a very questioning look on her face.
Yeah,
Trying
I
to-
immediately turned to the others.
I'm, with all due respect, considering we came in here and willingly failed, and your spellcaster can attest to that, I'm personally going to call bullshit. You know, again, we spent plenty of time on the road with that man, and while I can't vouch for all of his actions, I know that he is not unhinged enough to do something of that vein. And if he is, I can hold my hands up and say, well, fuck, we've been played. But based on what I know about him, that is not Arius.
How
He
peculiar.
said he tried to attack her.
That is what she said, even after being under the spell. He attempted to attack her and take away what was most precious to her. And so she fought back. And he
What
glances up
did
at
she
all of
do
you.
to him?
It appears
What did
you're...
she do to him?
Calm
Was it
down.
asked why? Was it asked what happened before he tried to attack?
All that she simply stated to us is that he came to visit the estate and they were having a moment where they were speaking in their family garden.
What did they speak about? Was that asked?
It was asked. She did not like to display much other than them talking about their past together. However, on the
Did
more
you-
pressing matters, if you allow me to finish, it says here your associate was slain in the attack. I'm very sorry.
gods.
Where's his body?
Judging by the fact there is not one at the scene, and that he is, best as we could understand, undead, she used the blade at her disposal to remove him from this plane of existence altogether. There is no body, for his soul is all that remained after the attack, and he was sent somewhere far, far away.
He was gone. There and there.
No, I'm not buying this. I'm not buying this fucking one bit. Like, sure, the fact that he's fucking dead I can buy. I saw his cloak on the floor, but the fact that he apparently attacked her first, I do not believe. Something doesn't add up.
Tell me one thing. Why would she be in a possession? To completely get rid of a weapon that completely gets rid of him.
That is
Yeah, if
something
she
I would
didn't-
like to know as well. And he says,
It's oddly coincidental that she has it, specifically while they are having a chat about their history. And why would she know that a weapon with such an enchantment would... And you can just hear his voice start cracking a bit.
Put it this way as well. He's a soldier. She is. Well, she's a handmaid. She would have stood no chance.
Is that not possible then? If she had the blade that would counter his abilities, despite the fact he is incredibly powerful, would that not make sense if she feared for her life to have a weapon that could combat the one thing? Because she, as you
In
said,
all-
she would not stand a chance.
In all
No,
due respect.
true, but sorry, Lucian. I'm coming to terms with things and I'm a little fucked off right now. But there is no way that a woman like that, who will hide in a cupboard, would have any chance against that man if he went in there with the decision to end her life. I have maybe known him for only 2 months, but I know for a goddamn fact that he can fight like hell. If he wanted her dead, no harm, she would be dead.
Look, this is all comes down to the evidence. What we have in our possession is not 100% concrete, but it does not prove your claims either. If you have something
Well-
you can physically show me that can prove to me that you nor your associate have any regard for attacking the Schulberg family, then we would best assume she simply killed him out for some other purpose.
Well, the evidence that you do have at hand, one being the weapon that was left at the scene of the crime, which was originally Nigel's, which, you know, I literally shot his fingers off to get that out of his hand when they were fighting. And look, oh, Zone of Truth, still working. But she helped him in that fight. She helped Arius in that fight. She made sure that Arius came out on top of that. And then Arius spared Nigel. But then after that fact, if at any point Arius wanted to do anything, he could have. We were in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. We get back, and suddenly she's got a radiant weapon of her own, and a fucking guidebook on how to make them. That, to me, screams evidence. That, to me, screams that there is something more at play.
Out
And,
of character, by the way.
With... Oh, sorry, I was just going to finish up my rambling
Yeah,
video first,
just-
because I'm going to go
just-
back to it anyway.
Just to finish up.
Because with all due respect, and I mean this with all due respect, and I mean this with my hand on my heart, I mean no ill will towards you, but the fact that there is evidence, clear as day, like 2 identical weapons that were used to attack him and one to finish him, and a fucking guidebook on how to make them, in my honest opinion, again, with respect, screams fucking incompetence on your part.
Not
Again.
incompetence, but look,
Zone of Truth.
Is
I'm
right.
speaking my truth.
he is right though. It is questionable. There's no question about it. This premeditated.
Of course it was. That is what she said. She knew he would come for her and the child, and so she was prepared to defend herself should he do so.
How would she know?
Would
Actually-
okay, sorry.
See if you say would a something hit, I'm gonna lose my
No,
shit.
no.
What a nat 20 hit!
Why would he suddenly, out of like, you got those documents claim that because of the writing in his book that he suddenly realized that he wouldn't be able to stay in a realm and all of that, and that he wants to take her to the grave. But why would a man who willingly chose, even though the whole thing keeping him to this realm was his rage for the betrayal of his brothers, why would he spare their lives and now suddenly trying to kill his wife?
In an attempt to bring her soul and the child's soul with him as soon as he passed on. That is the working theory at this time.
It just doesn't add up.
His sword was still in the scabbard when we saw it.
His actual sword wasn't even present.
At that, the commander pauses. You mean to tell me who he had another weapon in his possession?
Yeah, his own actual blade. Like, it was, a longsword. Really gorgeously crafted thing. And that was what he would use in battle. That is what he had at all times. The only reason he had Nigel's blade on him was because he admired the craftsmanship and he might have, planned to use it against any undead we encountered eventually. But, this side of the world, we don't really see much of that.
Interesting. Do you have an additional individual not associated with your group that could back up these claims?
Yes. We have, Leosin of the Knights of Justice. Fucking,
Don't tell me you're gonna bring the turtle.
He's technically associated with
Yeah, he
us,
counts
so
as a Veil Walker, sorry. So.
He counts. We got, who else is there? We
Zoldyun.
got, Remy Haventree from the Thieves Guild. We got the fucking, Macath the Crimson from the Arcane Brotherhood. We have got, Delan Winterhound, the Emissary of Urimfold. Who else was there?
He's writing this down as you're saying that.
We have got, Zoldyun, the magic shopkeeper.
Okay, I'm writing these names down. I'm not writing that one down. That guy is crazy.
Yes, exactly. The fact that he's crazy means that he's got nothing to hide because he is weird, right?
Let's just say I went there for a magical enhancement and I have no intention of ever going back.
Zahim Darkblood, Alexander Blazelight. They are all people who can vouch for Arius and his
Alright.
weapon.
Alright. And he scoots up and sits up from his desk. I will have these claims investigated and I will talk to some of the individuals you spoke to me about. Wait here for a moment and I can see about trying to get you all out of here, because based on what you have told me, unlike what the captain may think, I don't believe you are actually guilty of anything. But that is for the evidence to prove true. And he's gonna head out, so you guys are going to be left for a moment. If there's anything you want to do, you can, otherwise I'll just fast forward a little bit.
Lucian's just gonna lay his fucking head on the table and just.
I was gonna lay my head on your shoulder, bitch.
Well, lay it on my back. My back's available now.
Sure, fuck it, why not?
So he's gone.
Apparently.
I'll bring him back.
I wonder if he even can. God, I don't know what to do. I'm stumped. I'm lost. I'm absolutely fucking baffled.
I hate to do this, but with this segment I have to skip it.
Albertus starts A-posing all of a sudden.
Bro misses
Nah,
way
keep
too much
posing.
of the deep moments.
I hate your internship. Skip
Okay.
the next one. I love you.
The
Bye,
next one is
Reno.
in the same city. I'm gonna have the same problem.
Ah!
Oh, didn't you say you have less of a problem next year?
It's until June.
Ah! You told me it was like February or some shit.
Yeah, this one. Then I tried looking for a different one because I need a second one, and the second one ends up being in the same city.
Look for a next door. Look, keep looking for more.
It's hard enough to get one. I'm glad I have one.
Just find
Don't
another
be
one. I
glad.
don't know,
I'm not
man.
glad.
You have like
Bye-bye.
you have a few more months. Goodbye.
I'm proud of you for getting education, but I hate this. I love you.
No, yeah, your
Okay.
future is very important, but also D&D is very important.
Yes.
Who was that?
A fool. I might
Where
have
were
to
we?
I might have to talk with him.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's unfortunate. Anyway, well that's for another time. We're still in the game, so
Yeah.
Yes.
no getting sucked out of things right now. All right, well then after you all rest there for a moment and Alberta starts A-posing, eventually
Hey, Gmod missing textures. He's pink and black all of a sudden.
about an hour and a half goes by before
My God.
before the commander returns with the captain and they both sit down. Well, I had your claims investigated, and you'll be pleased to know I keep telling you it doesn't matter who vouches for them. They've been saving their asses constantly. This could all be a play. Did I ask you for your opinion? I think not. Veil workers, I talked to some of the individuals. The Knights of Justice I still heard out, though I know you have close ties with them. Their opinions weren't as valid. Specifically hearing Vizarhim Darkblood and him speaking to your abilities as heroes, that did move some favor your way. The individual I'm most interested about was Delan Winterhound. After speaking to the Elven representative, he spoke of... Well, he did not... He spoke of an individual who would have the best knowledge possible, and he brought me to him. I was able to have an over-the-portal discussion with an individual by Falwyn Eldi. Although this figure was locked up for very vicious crimes, he spoke to me in great detail of the specific craftsmanship of the sword that you were speaking of.
Aris' teacher.
He said how he taught the Arius how to forge such a great weapon and wield it. He said he would never have willingly parted from such a blade nor replaced it with any other. I asked him how it could be proven to him, and he even showed me the wounds that he suffered, and how only that sword could have left such damage upon his body. So, meaning which, the blade has either been destroyed or gone missing. This made me ask another kind of question. What color was the blade?
Can I roll history? I feel like I would,
I think
as
it was
pilot, I
a-
would know that.
I'm pretty sure it was obsidian black. Fuck, it's somewhere in my notes. Oh fuck. It was not obsidian. Well, sure.
Me as somebody who would definitely fanboy
you-
over the fucking shit, I would definitely know this. Is there any way I can get history with maybe advantage?
I can tell you because I have it in my note, and you would probably
you do?
know it.
Okay, that's
yes,
fine.
it is a jet black blade that he called Death Embrace, which he created.
Jet
when
black
he was-
blade, dance
Yes, sir.
embrace. I know it.
He's like all like bouncing in the little chair, like I know it.
Yeah.
They look at you like a little like confused that you're like so excited about that, but
He's a fanboy.
Jetback
Listen.
blade, Jetback blade, Death's Embrace.
Arius was a friend of mine. Before he was a friend, he was an idol.
You can also mention it was a katana. If to narrow down the type of it.
He was a very ornate sword. Katana.
Interesting. I do not see many blades like that around here, so it is very unique. And though we cannot see it been used in this situation, there is proof to your claim that perhaps Arius did not attack anyone, and instead he was the one ambushed. You all truly believe there is no possible way your associate would have any interest in trying to steal his son back?
None. Absolutely none. He loved that woman and he loved that kid more.
The only time he ever made any kind of mention about anything to do with that family or leaving the city was when we were worried and getting down to the line of potentially like the cult attacking the city. He wanted to ensure that people that he cared about most were away from danger. That's the only time he ever made any mention of them leaving the city.
Interesting. It proves nothing. How do we... She says she killed him to save herself. They say he would have never done it and she just took him out anyway. If only the child could speak, he could be some help here. So what do you propose, Captain? I don't trust these guys. Of course they're gonna back up their friend, whether they're siding with them or they just refuse to believe any possibility where he isn't guilty. Is guilty.
I don't know if this would work. But I can try to bond us telepathically to the child, so we can see if maybe we can understand it, because it doesn't need to know an actual language for the bond to work. It just needs to be somewhat intelligent, and I hope that little Simon is smart enough.
You mean to tell me you propose creating a telepathic connection with an infant in hopes it can emotionally inform you on the situation it has borne witness to?
Well, you mentioned that, you know, if only the child could speak. I was just giving an idea.
I was joking when I said that. There's no You can't authorize this, Commander. I did not say I would not authorize it, though I find it hard to believe an infant makes for a very valid witness.
I don't know, man. Kids remember a lot.
Alright, have the child brought to me. You can't be serious. Do you have another way? Tell you what, if the claim does not prove anything, then they have no good evidence for us, and we will lock them away until we have more concrete proof. Fine, if it gets this over with quicker, bring them the child.
You have something I want.
This is gonna go so wrong, by the way.
It's like all we're gonna hear, like, you know, all they're gonna hear, and all Zelaya and like whoever else gets brought into the bond is gonna hear is that.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine, like in real, like you'd think that, but then it's just, good evening, friends. I have many stories to bequeath upon you.
It's just fucking Patrick Stewart's voice in the head, like from fucking Family Guy.
Yeah.
This feels right, but it tastes like a dirty penny.
Little did they know, it was Morgan Freeman this whole time.
Just a really highly sophisticated voice despite the fucking infancy of this kid.
Lucian, you bitch.
Lucian, you have shot my adoptive father, you bitch.
You blew his fingers off.
Anyways. After some time, the kid is brought in by a guard. He's like, just cooing now. He's no longer crying. They actually have like a little wooden bottle in his mouth that has a rubber end to it. That's not also.
I was about to
he's
say,
drinking
fucking
from.
bro, splinters go crazy.
The mother is asking for the child, sir, and she will wait her sweet-ass time until we are finished here. Alright, did you bring a basket or something? And yeah, the guy has like a little like blanketed filled basket that he puts the kid in on the table. The guards do draw their blades behind them. Bear in mind, the moment we suspect you of doing anything to harm the child will be met with force.
Of course, I would never.
And then she'll like look over at him and be like,
Hey Simon, don't be scared now. You're gonna hear some voices in your head, and it's probably gonna be really scary. But just you're gonna do great, okay?
and then
My go.
how
Simon
many
Sweet,
people are in
Simon
the
Sweet.
room right now?
What?
How many people are in the room? Because it's up to 8 willing creatures.
Okay, so it's the 4 of you, the kid, the captain and the commander, and there's like 3 guards behind them.
Okay, but in that case, that's 10 people. That's a little bit too much. I can bring up to 8 people in it. I think us 4, the child, you 2, and then... Do you want one of your guards to be in the bond as well?
Him, he says, pointing to the wizard guy.
Of course.
And then I will begin casting Rari's telepathic bond with all 8 creatures inside. And, you know how it goes. Until the spell ends, the targets can communicate telepathically through the bond whether or not they have a common language. And for the creatures with intelligence scores of 2 or less aren't affected by the spell.
Okay.
But I
Well,
hope that Arius is.
Well, if
that Simon has
even if though he's an infant, and if he had 2 or less, he'd basically be like brain dead. So
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about that. I believe under 5 is like you literally don't think properly. So
Yeah, very.
he's not
peaceful.
that bad. I mean, he has a -2 with his 8, but still, that's something. So.
I shit
His
my
intelligence
pants.
is higher than mine.
This is my name, bro. It's not. It's an infant.
You just can't. He just can't
Are
articulate.
you
his
smarter
intelligence.
than an Alakaran baby? Welcome
Yeah.
to the game show, baby!
Dun, 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 dun. We have 5 questions for you to prove if you're actually as smart as they say you are. What does the infant think? All right, he wins. All right, so you all your consciousnesses are connected for the time. You mostly just hear Captain Avox just going, "This is so stupid," over and over again. But
We can hear that.
good.
Okay.
All right.
Hey,
So-
you're not affected by Zone of Truth.
I didn't need to be.
Aw.
All right, little one. I know you must be scared and frightened, but no one will hurt you here. The commander sounds like shakes his head like I sound like an idiot right now talking like this, but can you please tell us, to the best of your abilities, what happened when you saw Mama Dada? Sir,
Maybe
I
she's
know,
hungry.
I know I don't want to talk about how bad this sounds. I can't believe I'm actually going through with this. For the moment, you just hear like static coming from
Hear
the kid
static.
because he has no thoughts going on at this moment, so... Do any of you have any way to prompt the child?
Oh, could I, in my bag of holding, Iris's cloak. Could you get that for me?
Yes.
I don't want to reach into it just in case it looks suspicious.
Very well, and he stands up and opens it. What does it look like?
It's white, you know, very clean, very... Oh my god, I totally need to avoid spilling wine on this. It should be the only thing in there that's actually clean.
Fair point. It is very dirty. You should look about pouring some water in here. And he's kidding.
I'm tempted.
He pulls out the white cloak and hands it to you, crossing his arms when he's done.
Yeah, I am going, like, based on the fact that Arius was wearing this when he went to go see Valerie and Sir fucking Simon, I am going to, like, you know, not necessarily, like, cover him with it, but, like, more so, like, you know, kind of, like, wrap my human hand over it and, like, you know, lightly, like, you know, how, like, you'd, like, tap, like, and, like, prod a baby's chest, like, you know, like lightly playing with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna lightly do that, but, like, with, like, the cloth over my hand, like, you know, so, like, like, hopefully the fabric is something that's like, oh, I recognize that, like, oh, that's, ooh, something.
So
Kids are fucking stupid, bro. I don't know how to rationalize
as you
this.
do that, he does laugh a little. He's like, and then you get flashes of like very basic words and imagery, even though the kid can't speak. First you just hear kitty cat.
Love that. My goat.
Then you hear digga 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 digga, which is probably what someone makes the sound of when they tickle him. So.
Yep.
And then after a moment, his little hands like kind of like grab onto the fabric and like tug on it, and the thoughts change. They get a little calmer, and a very awkward image of Arius without any bandages on and no damage to his face appears for a splash in your minds. Then the sounds of distant echoing yelling in the background. And the flash of a knife going from one figure into another. The other figure that's getting stabbed, dropping to its knees, reaching out, but having no weapons in his hands before it is stabbed again in the neck and evaporating. These are shadows, but
It's very clear.
you get a
kind of
picture
thing.
of what's going
Yeah.
on, yeah. The blade the one uses is a tiny little one, and it would not be the size of a sword, so... And you just hear Great, so we got to watch a puppet show. What does any of this prove? It proves a great deal, if you ask me. The child saw the incident. It's an infant. How is he going to be able to decipher the difference? You underestimate the power of a 1-year-old, Captain. Just because he is young does not mean he's not capable of cognitive function. I'm not saying the kid isn't
That's
smart.
exactly what it means. Sorry, Zone of Truth.
It's not even up anymore.
Oh.
We're just using it as a fucking excuse, bro.
Based on this, I wish the child could tell us something else. I wish he could tell us if he saw what happened to the blade. And he's like thinking, "If I may, sir," says the wizard,
No way.
"I might be able to get the child to prompt something, though it is a bit risky. We do not look at injuring an infant in this interrogation room. I will have all of our heads for this. If I could blank the child's mind for a moment, we might be able to pull a distinct memory out, if he saw it." Try it. He's going to cast Mind Blank on the kid. Basically,
Could
to clear out the, this is just like a fancy side effect of it. To basically clear the kid's mind of all, like, you know, well, you know, it's a kid. He's just thinking about all random shit, you know. So
Yeah. Could I? It's been a while since we've done this. Is this one of those story moments where I'm able to use the power of my goddess that I've used once before to help with? I think it was scrying to help this guy successfully cast the spell.
you would like
without
to
hurting the
increase
child?
the odds of it by burning a spell slot?
I can do that. Yes, perfectly. What spell slot would that be?
I believe you only have to pay a second level spell slot to do so.
Second level spell slot has been paid.
Then yes, you can invoke the power that,
Yes.
of your goddess and use that to strengthen the probability of the spell functioning and stuff. So you enhance it's spell enhancement. That's what it was called. So
Yes.
okay, then you do that, and he will unknowingly cast it in a better way. Basically, you see he just puts his elderly hand above the kid's head without even touching him, and like small glowing white particles fuse into the kid's head for a moment before it retracts. No harm will come to the child, though his train of thought will be different for about an hour. And as you all like kind of focus in your minds on the kid, it's like empty for a moment. Let me think. So that you can communicate even with someone that does not communicate in the same way you proposed. He says, asking you, Zulia.
Yeah.
Alright, then. If you all try to put images of that sword into the kid's head.
Pilot, you have been around the sword the most. Do you want to attempt that?
I can. I want to say I don't like doing this, though.
It's either that or we throw you behind a cell. Your choice.
Wow, I'm suddenly really on board with this. I think you should do it.
Come on, it's a kid.
Yeah, but if we go in jail, then who the fuck's gonna save the world?
Yes, but it's a kid.
A kid who's going to be fine after the fact.
This is ridiculous. It's a sword. The kid doesn't even know what it is.
And I'm gonna just kind of try and concentrate on the kid, or on the sword.
Okay. For a couple minutes, nothing happens. Though then you do get another flash. It is the shadowy image of what looks to be plants surrounding the area around you. And from a perspective, you see something drifting away. You see, like, another shadow moving with a long object in one hand and a small bundle in the other, as if it is running away from these plants. Eventually, this little shadow finds a much bigger, sturdier one and puts the long object in its hands before running off with the bundle. The bundle and the smaller shadow eventually go into some little structure and go down the stairs of it.
Bundle? What do you mean by bundle?
Like a
It's all,
background thing?
it's all just imagery that you see. So little shadow, holding a long thing in one hand, holding a little bundle in the other, runs into a much bigger shadow, gives it the long thing, and then runs off and then goes like down the steps inside some structure. And that's how you get it.
Give it to a thing, not a person. Or can I not tell?
Gave what?
He says give the long thing to a thing. Or was
To
it
a
person?
big shadow, which looked like another person,
shadow.
so a much bigger person.
And ran, okay.
Oh, interesting. So the kids saw enough to know that roughly the object you are describing to it was handed off. This does help your case, Verewalkers.
And then nothing short of a hurry.
What does that prove? She picked up a blade and gave it to someone else?
No. But it does mean that she hid the blade. For whatever reason, we don't know. But it's gotta mean something. Anybody?
I'm oh, you first.
No, I'm just. For me, this is clear as day.
Especially from that first image that we saw, where the individual was stabbed, showed no attempt of fighting back whatsoever, and then was, well, stabbed in the neck and then vanished. If that was Arius, and he had gone there with the intent to hurt Valerie, and then Simon, even if he had been hurt, that first hit wouldn't have kept him down. If he intended to hurt her, there would be more bodies at that scene of the crime, not the absence of his.
Just for the hell of it, roll persuasion for me.
Okay.
No
Wipes
pressure.
wipes sweat off brow. Comes a little. I don't know. I'm really nervous. Okay, that's.
Can I give advantage by just further proving his point? Like just.
What do you
I
say to
don't know,
further
like,
prove that point?
Bat's eyes, kick feet.
No,
just
that
saying
ain't gonna
that
help.
was-
Bat's eyes, kicks feet. Oh, you know.
I got a total of 30.
You know what? You don't need my advantage. You're fine.
30. Okay. The commander does nod his head. Yes. I believe there is a lot more here than we know, but... Alright. Look, I'm not going to be forgiving the destruction of library property or the breaking and entering.
Oh,
But
no,
in
of course.
terms of assaulting the woman or trying to murder anyone or kidnap a child, I am ordering those to be dropped. You will receive a fine for your transgressions, but I am ordering the Veilwalkers to be released. You can't be serious. That didn't prove anything. The kid saw some stuff. So what? He can't be a credible witness. Oh, you mean to tell me the power of magic that we just saw into that child's mind did not wow you enough to inform you that she attacked Arius first? So you're saying she's lying even though we zone of truthed her? I'm not saying the woman is lying, but I am saying there is more at play here. Verewalkers, you are free to go.
Before we do go, considering we are here
A guy is unlatching you for the record from your ankle.
and
so-
and we have proved our innocence, I do have one more question, and I understand earlier you couldn't tell us because of the subject matter, but I do think understanding would better help our case. But who was your informant? Who told you we were assassins?
Because clearly they lied.
Captain? I don't know. I mean, I don't think he lied about it. Who was it? You were free to tell them now. Are you sure they should know? I am sure they should know. Fine. Kind of looks at all of you a little like, still suspicious of you guys. Kingsley. That was his last name. Jonathan Kingsley. He is a secretary who works in the main palace.
We've never met him.
I've never
the
heard of
fuck?
him. No.
You have no idea who this individual is.
No idea.
No.
Interesting. Then
How
perhaps.
does he look like?
All right, look, I'm not about to let you just go out there and
Oh,
bully
no, of
this
course.
man into giving you answers.
No, of course we wouldn't dream of
I'm
that.
just. No, I'm. There's someone else who's infiltrated us before. And I'm thinking this could potentially be the same person.
Or at least have
And then
ties.
I would like to describe Severin, which we've seen as like one of the monk leader thingy in the thing. I would like to describe
As best as you saw him, yeah.
Yes, as best I saw him would be like, does this fit how Jonathan Kingsley looks like?
No, he is a halfling with dark curly hair.
Okay, well that's somewhat good, at least I think.
Yeah, but now I'm wondering why specifically tell people that we're assassins? What's their goal? What's their agenda in all this?
I don't know.
Perhaps it is time to have a discussion with Mr. Kingsley. I already spoke with him. He told me what he believed. Obviously, he was just a ranting little paranoid man. Indeed, but now I would like to speak with him. Commander, don't you think we have better things to do, like trying to get Valerie to admit to the truth? No, I would like to speak to this informant. Fine, I will take you to the man. Let's go. Well, workers, would you care to accompany us? Now you've got to be kidding. You're letting them in on the investigation. They've saved the city more times and we've proved their innocence. It is likely Arius himself is innocent. I see no reason not to keep them in.
I think you do owe us that for locking us in shackles for over an hour. You know, don't get me wrong, I get it, precaution, but you've been really rude to us, and I didn't like that.
I'm rude to the scumbags who deserve it, and your sarcastic attitude has been grinding on me for a long time, Losi Dell. Alright,
Oh,
that
so
is
you're rude to your
enough.
reflection too, huh?
That is enough. Veil workers, you are being extended this courtesy, but I appreciate you not insulting any more of my troops for the time being.
Okay, I think that's fair enough. With that, I'll respectfully bow.
And as for you, Captain, you are getting on my nerves. If you do not want to be there, you don't have to be there. He's my informant. You know what? I don't need you there. I will talk to Kingsley myself. Come along, the rest of you. I'll go check on the rest of the prisoners.
We've discussed in the past that, like, you know, like we can channel like the mind link like directly to one person so no one else can hear it, right?
Yeah, I think we did that.
Okay, so as we're being led out, Lucian's gonna, like, you know, speak directly to him, like, through his mind, go, "You're a bitch."
If I see you out of this armor, you're a dead man.
I'm just gonna look really offended. Just, oh, why?
You
Oh,
hear that?
no.
You hear he responded to you in your head for the record. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna give him like a face that just goes, me?
as you guys leave the prison block, the sun is coming up. I'd like to point out. So we are basically
that.
like on to the next day. So 21 days.
hi,
21
Frost.
days remain.
Oh god.
And you are all going to be brought to the main palace area where the commander will be seeking out a Kingsley. However, he is not in today. He is at his home residence, which
Convenient.
but the commander can pull rank and get that information, so you will all be
Awesome.
going there as well. At any point you guys want to stop and do something, let me know. I'm just going to keep moving this.
Oh,
Did
no,
we
of
gain
course.
exhaustion? Is my
I think that's a good question.
Or
will that have to wait until later in the day because we woke up later in the day prior?
Yes, you haven't gone the full day yet, and you haven't done anything majorly strenuous either, so that can give you extra time before you start gaining exhaustion.
Okay.
So
Okay, very cool.
normally it's the more you exert, you know, if you don't sleep within 24 hours, that doesn't guarantee exhaustion yet. But if you do like a bunch of like strenuous stuff, then
Like
that's how you
running.
can rack it up like a lot quicker and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So you've cast a few spells and stuff, but you've just been doing a lot of investigating. Sure, there's the stress. I try to calculate it and give you a reasonable amount of time, even past the 24 hours before you start gaining any levels and such. So,
Yeah.
but
Do we gain a level in anything else though?
you have yet to complete anything today that would warrant giving you another level. So, and even if I said yes, you'd be like, "Gosh, Craig, you leveled us up way too quickly." Me. So,
Yeah.
so you can
Can I-
fuck right off.
You know, I respect that. Dap me up.
Okay, I'll dap you up.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, since I guess we're just traveling right now, could I use this time to utter a quick prayer to try and get Arius back? Nothing major, because Celia's
Your
still
divine
very much-
interventioning.
Yes, exactly. She would still very much be out of it, so it wouldn't be like, you know, lots of talking or whatever. But I would just like to attempt a roll at least.
I will allow.
Okay, boys, 14 or lower. We're fucking, we're bringing Arius back, baby. 16.
Oh!
What a boy. So how about that -3 modifier? Am I right, Julian? Ha, that'd be. No, unfortunately.
Not in this instance. That does not apply.
Yeah, nah, I figured. It's fine.
I will say that your
Well,
prayer
sorry
is
to
at
be
least
annoying.
heard, whether or not a reply or reaction is given. At the very least, it was close enough to be heard. So.
Yeah, that fills me up with a little bit of happiness.
And so your guys would be like, "Damn, that sucks, bro. Too bad." Yeah.
An ethereal hand reaches down from the heavens, daps you up, and proceeds to disappear again. Sayonara, it says.
It gives you the gotcha okay symbol with its hand on the way out. Just kidding. Okay, so eventually you guys show up at the Kingsley residence.
No way. What does it look like? How far away is it from like the city and everything? Just
So
we
it's
can get an
actually more
approximate-
towards the outskirts of town. It's a very small house. It's well kept though, no damage to it or anything. It's in the northern side of the city. It's in the northern area of Alucard. There isn't so much of like the slums area, so it's like it's pretty close to like the gates as you can get for a
Okay.
house. So,
Mhm.
and the captain's gonna knock. I mean, he's kind of leading the way on this one. So.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
following.
yeah.
You guys are just here to kind of like listen in on things. So while he investigates.
Oh, should I actually before we get to knocking, I'll talk to the captain specifically. I can.
Or commander, my bad.
If-
Yeah, it's commander.
Oh yeah,
Void,
command. Yeah,
so-
so yes, the commander Void was his name, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Commander Void, can I suggest enhancing your abilities with some magic from my side while you're doing your investigation?
I suppose I will allow this.
Okay, then you're gonna feel a little bond happening between us five here. Just don't be scared about it, okay? And then I'll cast a boldening bond during that, so you can feel the bond,
Okay.
taking part of him.
How interesting. I barely know you, and yet I feel more at ease in your presence. Very strange
Don't worry.
magic you possess.
She has that effect on people.
I try my best, but you'll manage, and I'll touch him and give him guidance as well.
Okay. I could get used to being a part of adventuring team. Anyways, let's go. And he's gonna knock on the door. And, no response. Mr. Kingsley, I am Commander Voigt with the Alucard military. I will request you open this door immediately. We know you are at your residence. Silence.
Can I look around, see if I spot anything out of the ordinary?
Perception check.
I don't know.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, babe.
That's okay. And I've got an emboldening bond. Right, huge. This is so cool. Okay,
Not as
so
huge
we're
as I am
looking-
right now.
We're looking at a 35. I got a nat 20.
I hate the way that you're like, yeah, I guess that's okay, and then you roll like basically max that anyone at any point in the game could roll. So
Hee.
eventually, you spot up above, looking at the building. It's pretty tall. It's pretty like narrow and short, but it's very tall. It looks like there's like 3 floors to it. At the top, one of the windows is like broken, like some just completely busted and cracked, open.
Okay. Then I'll tap the commander's shoulder and I'll be like, Commander? Up there, the window.
That's enough for probable cause. And he is going to pull out a little like bizarre looking key and like lock picking kit, and he's going to pick the lock of the door.
Damn, okay. Go ahead, kid. Jesus
Bro was definitely a rogue in his past life. That's crazy.
Holy shit, I hope he's level 20.
Yeah, let's just don't let him get sneak attack on you, I guess. So all right, and he gets 2d4 added to that. That plus that, so that's 20. That's 21 plus 4, so that makes it 25 now. Yeah, he unlocks that.
It's pretty cool, right? I love this spell. And then once he unlocked it, I will.
I'm just glad I can roll d4s for once. So
Welcome to the team, King.
Yes, sir. And since I'm not concentrating on anything else, I will also recast guidance after he successfully opened the door, being like,
Alright.
I'm gonna help you as much as I can.
I appreciate it, Mr. Kingsley.
I will-
We are stepping inside, and the place is like kind of messed up, but it doesn't look like a struggle or anything.
I will also mention I will have the telepathic bond up again, but I don't think I would have included the commander for our telepathic bond. Just in case.
Understandable. Hey guys, don't forget I'm still here.
Yes, Albertus,
Thank you,
my goat.
Albertus.
Well, my horse.
Albertus, my horse.
I'm not high-fiving that.
High hoof?
I will kick
Hoof
you.
bump?
I will sprout the extra legs just to kick you.
Fair enough.
All right.
As I'm following the commander, I would like to also have the rod up to detect magic and see invisibility.
Okay. You don't see anything, but
Okay.
you do all hear. Who's that? What do you want from me?
Well, Commander, this is your show. You're here to lead the investigation, right?
As you so wish. I was gonna give you guys a chance to respond if you wanted to, but I don't want to just dominate the conversation.
Lucian's not looking to get himself into more trouble, okay?
Okay,
He's
fair
already
enough,
pissed
fair
off one of these fellas enough.
Mr. Kingsley, as I said, I'm with Arakara Militia. Where are you? Show yourself. How do I know? I need identification! And he reaches in and he pulls out like a badge that like pops open and it has like the militia symbol
Why don't
on
we
it and
never ask
everything.
for a
And it's like
badge?
golden.
Yeah, true.
You do not
They
work for-
arrested us earlier, and
you
they
do not
never
work
gave.
for
And they
the
never said
city. And the closet door like creaks open, and this like very frazzled halfling steps out. His hair is like messed up and not brushed. His collar's like popped up, and he's like dirty and disheveled. Mr. Kingsley, what has happened to you? And he like steps over and he looks at the badge. Commander, thank goodness you're here. I was afraid to leave my house. After they forced me to lie, I thought they'd come after me. Okay, calm down. Who forced you to lie? These thugs, they came to my house, and you know, they were really mean, and they told me I had to talk about how I didn't have the insurance that they were looking for, and I was supposed to tell the officials that, you know, it wasn't important, and then they threw the brick through my window, and I was scared, and the commander is definitely rolling insight on this with that D4 bonus, so.
2d4s, yes, sir.
Yes.
My goat.
And he knows, you are not being completely clear in this instance, are you? There is more to this than you want to tell us. These are the Veilwalkers. They are the heroes that have been defending the city. I recognize their descriptions. But, wait, no, they've come for me! They've come for, calm down, no one's going to come after you. Can you all back up for a second?
Oh, yes, of course.
Of course, do you... I can cast Zone of Truth just in case, just so that's out there.
Perhaps, yes, cast it.
Okay.
And then I'll cast Zone of Truth and have to use a 3rd level spell because I'm out of 2nd levels. Whoopsie.
Oof.
That's, yeah, charisma saving throws. from everyone who would like to make the attempt to, you know, be able to lie.
All right. Well, the halfling got an 8, so he failed.
Okay.
And the commander was just gonna try. Not that he really cares. He got a nat 1, so no point.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
okay, but I would
Lucian's not
let.
gonna try and fail.
I'm
Yeah, I would let. I would let the commander know. The spell has been cast and he cannot tell a lie.
See that again. Tell me about what you lied about. Well, you see, it was the you could tell he's trying to lie and he can't. This one here, she put a spell on you to make it so you have to tell us the truth. You're not in trouble, just tell me what is going on. Kind of looks at all of you. He starts to, like, cry almost. I'm sorry, he says as he, like, bows before all of you. They came to me, both of them, and they said I had to lie. They said if I didn't, they'd kill me.
It's okay.
It's
They
okay.
need-
We're not here to hurt you.
They needed an
You need to help.
unassociated witness to say the Veilwalkers were criminals, so they could get rid of the one they call Arius. I don't even know who that is.
Who asked you to do this? Like, we're not here to hurt you. We just want to find out the truth.
I don't know. She had blonde hair. She said she was associated with the True Bloods. She said they needed proof that he was a monster. I'm really good at forging documentation. They forced me to write in some journal.
Was she? Sorry.
Blonde, blue-eyed?
Long poof. Yeah.
Yeah, blonde, poofy hair. She was rather quite attractive. That's why I didn't really need much coaxing from her to write the book. But then when she asked me to lie, I said, no way. But then her boyfriend, he told me I had to tell the truth. I had to lie and say you were monsters.
Boyfriend.
Yeah. What did he look like?
I don't know. He was a big, strong guy. He had red hair. He was very scary, very intimidating. He said he had the means to get me arrested for things I didn't do.
Did he have a red mustache?
I think he recently shaved at the time, but he was starting to grow hair back on his face. Why? I don't know what that
I'm
has to
gonna
do
look
with
up.
anything.
I'm gonna look up at the commander with like a look that just says, "Bro, your boy's fucked up."
He's looking at all you, and he looks pissed. These individuals, did they share their names with you? No, they just said they were associated with the True Blood family, and they could ruin me if I didn't do it. And then when I threatened to go, the brick went through my window, and I've been afraid to leave since. All right, calm down. Did they ask you to do anything else? No, I know he was really fascinated with this sword he had, and I thought he was going to use it on me. What kind of sword? I don't know. It was sheathed, but it was very long, very thin, and nimble. You have to believe me, Commander. I didn't want to do any of this. They forced me to write in the book, and they said they were going to frame these people who they deemed criminals to actually be criminals and prove that they were. It was all so they could gain some more financial benefits. I don't know. They were worried about a child, too. They were really arrogant and stuff. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to get anyone in trouble.
I have one more question for you. It's okay. You're not in trouble at all. But I have one more question. Is he in possession of the sword now?
I think so. He was really happy about it. Said he had it to his collection. That's it. We're going to find the... No, not this instant. We're going to wait till tonight when he is alone. Because he's on duty for another half of the day.
What if he runs away?
This information
Because-
is not going to leave this room, is it not? Look! I'll stay here! Can someone bring me some food, though? I'm so out of it.
I'm gonna check my bag to see if I got anything.
If you have
I do
rations
have.
left.
I have a day's worth of rations left.
If you want to part with it for him.
Yeah, I am gonna give him my rations.
He is going to nearly choke on it with how fast he's scarfing it down. I don't keep much here. I normally eat at work. Well, I wasn't allowed to go to work for 3 days. I honestly thought someone who worked at the palace would be a little more graceful, but I can understand the circumstances.
It happens. I'm not gonna hold it against him.
I have an idea. Maybe, Pilot, when you cast invisibility, you can cast it on other people, right? You've done it on me before.
Of course.
Maybe we can help him be invisible so he can walk through the city, get to the Wandering Oak and stay there for the night, just in case he doesn't feel safe at home.
I don't!
What the fuck?
Well, he's eating.
I'll Oh, right. Okay. I thought he was choking or something.
No. For a moment, he's like, and he like hits his chest a few times, and he gulps, and then but then he keeps going. Yeah.
Bro's gagging on it. That's crazy.
Oh boy.
I can get you safe passage to the tavern. That won't be a problem.
I do not deserve your kindness for my foolishness, but I am grateful for it.
No, you've helped. Thanks to you, we know who we're looking for.
You've helped a lot. Thank you. When you get to the Wandering Oak, tell the tiefling at the tavern, at the bar, that Lucian said that you could stay in his room for a few hours, okay? Just until all this blows over, okay?
Okay. So you're gonna cast invisibility on him?
Yep.
Alright. Then burn that spell slot, he turns invisible. Ah! I can see through myself! Cool! And the door just flies open as he takes off. Thank you! It wasn't done, but we'll get his full statement later, I suppose. Might be too long to wait for tonight. I need to wait until the captain goes off duty. I don't want any of his soldiers getting him suspicious.
No, of course. What do you suppose we do in the meantime? Because, I mean, I know that it might be considered evidence, but I want that sword. I hope you're aware.
I have an idea, but you might not like it.
Well, I was held in a cell for an hour and a half today, so it could be worse. What have you got in mind?
He takes off his helmet, puts it around his arm, and he gets really close to you. Hit me.
Oh, you're gonna arrest me? Cool.
Not exactly. The plan is this. And he hands you a little piece of parchment. This is one of the safe houses we use. I'm going to say you stole that off of me after you tried to escape my clutches.
All right. I am gonna speak to Zalia through the bond and just double check, like, you know, actually not like. I'm gonna insight roll him just real quick, just in case.
Okay.
I would rather not fuck around with this. This is a dude that we. So that is and involved
Both
in
of you
models.
both of you get a D4 added to your insight and deception roll.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Oh yeah, he could roll for it too if he wanted to. That's funny.
That's
Yeah,
a
if you-
27.
27. Okay. As far as you can tell, he is being completely honest with you. He's giving you permission to punch him once in the face.
All right. Well, please know that I am sorry about this, but I look forward to serving justice to your troop. And I'm there's a 23 hit.
That hits. Roll unarmed strike, or it's just unarmed strike.
Yeah, it's unarmed
so.
strike. Yeah,
No,
so
I'm
it's-
using my gun.
I fucking blow his head clean off.
Yeah, you have all your stuff back for the records.
Yeah.
He only takes 3 damage.
All right, so yeah, you just deck him. He even goes to fix his hair and he stops himself and he wipes the blood from his lip. Nice. That's good enough. All right, go there. I'm going to grab the captain.
All right, we'll see you there. And I'm just gonna check the directions and like lead Zalia, Albertus, and Spastok there.
Okay. It's a little ways towards the middle of the city now, getting a little closer to the resplendent area, but it's it's basically a safe house, but there are people like working in it. There's a couple of back rooms that you can go to that are completely empty. And there's like it's almost like a furniture storage facility to an extent. So there's just a couple people like sorting.
Just something
things.
very discreet.
Yes, like the people who work there kind of know when the military comes by what's going on. So, and they don't really
Okay.
think to anything of you guys walking in. So.
Yeah, that's the case, and we'll go to one of the unoccupied rooms in the back.
Okay. You guys do anything?
You
It's
get
gonna be
jumped.
Yeah. The real military has been tied up in there all along.
The greatest rug pull of the century. The cultists take over the military. We had no fucking clue.
You walk into
Not
the
the
room,
Navy!
suddenly below you, the floor gives in.
Gives
The
out.
goblin military is in Alakara, baby.
The
They
goblin
unionized.
cultists are here.
They unionized over 800 years ago, and they're here.
That'd be
I
funny.
guess, like, since you asked, while we're walking around,
you
I
have
do
an
see
hour
invisibility.
basically. So.
I have seen visibility, detect magic up, and I would also just like to keep perception up for
fucking literally anything that could look like a potential danger to our group or
What's up,
people that
danger?
might be or people that might be giving us extra like looks, you
Okay.
know, like that.
Looking around, no one, you know, it's easy. It's daytime now. It's nothing disturbing about any of the people there. I will say you do detect some magic. At the front door of the facility, there is what appears to be a glowing glyph on top of the doorway.
Okay.
Okay, then before we go in, then I will be
Pause. There's a glyph on the door.
With the pearl in my hand, because I saw that pearl that Arius gave me ages ago, and it doesn't consume it. I'm going to use Identify on the glyph, just to double check.
It is basically an alarm kind of spell.
Oh, that's not too bad. Look, if the army's already coming to us anyway, so we can kill its fucking captain, then we might as well, like, you know, walk in.
No, maybe we don't.
I don't know, I'm looking to blow his fucking head off. I don't know about you guys. This is revenge.
Man, out of character, I really want to kill him, but fuck.
In character, I get it. In character, I get it. Like, we're gonna play peaceful.
I'm trying my best here.
I'm in character.
Autumn form.
Awesome form. This isn't summer yet, baby.
RDM.
So you said there's people walking around the house that are like,
They're working in there.
yeah, so going through one of the windows is probably not a good idea. I can try and disable the glyph, potentially.
But Identify also teaches me what triggers it. Like, you know, what exactly triggers this particular glyph.
Walking through the door without the presence of someone holding one of those military badges.
Interesting. Alright. Well, we don't have one of those. Don't suppose you could subtle spell, like, you know, dispel it?
I could, but I can also look for a badge, maybe?
Looking through some of the windows, I guess, that are at the front of the house. Can I look through the windows, see if there's any, what's it called? A badge just lying around somewhere.
Roll perception.
Hell yeah, I'm giving myself guide. Can I? Yes, I don't have anything else up. Guidance on this. Let's see. It's 1d4, and then my second d4 for. By the way, I do have to recast Emboldening Bond, I assume, since it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Cool. So that's only 33, I think. Yes.
Only?
You
That's
see,
so funny.
you see the like 6 workers in there. One of them's a tiefling, one's a drow. Shockingly, they're hard at work stocking various furniture into places. They've got a new shipment they're sorting through. There's a couple, like I said, there's a couple rooms that you can see in the back that are like empty and just kind of. That's probably where like the military does their safe house stuff. You do not see anything else associated with the military in there, though. It's just people going about their working days. Like one of them actually looks out the window and sees you guys, and they like point at you guys, and they like do a waving motion, like almost asking like, "Do you need to come in?"
Yeah. Lucian's just gonna look and, like, you know, either way, people are gonna be coming here, so Lucian's just gonna nod. Looking like a little confused, but like still nodding anyway, like, yeah.
I will.
The
Then
person
also
just
in the
smiles and
meantime-
nods and like jogs up to the door on the other side. So
I love
Yeah,
that.
well, while they're on their way, I will subtle spell the spell magic.
Just in case.
Do you know do you get to learn the level of the spell? With Identify?
I don't believe so.
Don't
No,
probably
let me
not
double
right.
check- Let me double check.
Yeah, I assume not. I don't think so. I was just checking just in case because I don't have Identify open right now.
Okay, magic. You learn its properties and how to use them. Whether it requires attunement, how many charges, affecting the item, what it was created by. No, you don't get to know the level.
Yeah, no, I don't think you. Okay, well, regardless, I'm just gonna cast it on normal 3rd level then. So if it's 3rd level or below, it immediately disappears. Otherwise, I will do a roll for you.
Yep.
That is a 20, so anything below 10th level disappears.
So every spell ever. Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Hell yeah, love
It goes
getting rid of
away.
every spell ever. Could you imagine, like, you do it and like, the spell stays?
Yeah.
Wait,
and I have
what the
subtle spells,
fuck?
by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Mention what?
Was subtle spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You didn't get counterspelled. You're fine.
Yeah, no, just so that nobody
Glyph
sees me casting.
counterspells you?
Yep.
Just so that nobody sees me casting a spell as well, like from the workers and whatever. That's more
Yeah.
simple reasoning for this
You
one.
hear like a metal like sheet like, and then the door slides open. Hi, you guys looking for some furniture, or are you here on like military business, or?
Well, let me just get them because I'm fucking awful with names. I'm very sorry.
Which one do you want? Commander Void, Captain Ivox?
The Commander Void told us to come here.
Oh, you're with the commander. Yeah, please come in, come in.
Thank you.
And he lets all
And
four
we'll
of you
walk
in. He
in.
gets a little scared looking at the giant mech that comes through, but he doesn't say anything. And then he closes the door and slides the metal plate that basically like sits in between the doors, keeping them locked like back into place.
Love that.
Are you guys like avoiding? Are you guys like in witness protection or something, where you're like in danger, or?
We are helping solve a murder case at the moment.
Oh.
So I guess witness protection would be the best way to word it.
Ah, yes, the commander said something to expect some associates coming over. He sent the fire message. If you want to just hang out in one of those back rooms over there, we don't really want the suspicious-looking individuals that don't work here, out in the blue where people can see in. But if you want to, like, hang out in one of those rooms over there, you can pick one. We're just going about our duties over here.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Thank you.
Of course.
And then Lucian will head to like one of the back rooms. Of course, checking for any glyphs on the inside of the doors, just in case.
Yes, I'll have my detect magic. See
You
what's
don't,
actually
you
up
don't
the
detect
inside of
anything
that.
else, so...
Cool.
There is another alarm glyph on the back door to the place as well, but as long as you don't go through that door, it won't go off, so...
Okay, I'll let everyone know. There's another glyph on the back door, so try to use the front door when we leave.
Yep, sounds good.
Cool. Right. Then, after some time, the door will slide open. Everyone out! And all the workers are, like, escorted out, as the commander, the captain, and, like, about a half dozen other soldiers walk in. All right, Veil Walkers. It's over. You think you can deck the commander and get away with it? You are not escaping. I knew you were guilty, and I will see to it that you are stopped, just like that filthy bastard friend of yours.
One question before this all happened. Was that enough time to get a short rest in?
Well, I said he had an hour, so if you would like to short rest,
Yes, I would like to short rest so I can get spell slots back.
then you can short rest.
Yes. Thank you.
Wait, cleric? No, sorcerer regenerates slots, right?
Sorcerer regenerates slots, but I can use my channel divinity
Right,
twice
right,
per long rest to gain up to a third level back, and I can do it twice per short rest. So, yeah.
Ah,
Just
Alright.
wanted one spell slot back.
Well, anyway,
Yes.
the captain
So-
the captain draws his long sword and he points it out at one like the back room areas where you guys are sitting. So he's like waiting for you to come out.
Lucian will look at the thread and be like, well, are we ready?
What exactly is our plan?
I guess we call him out on his bullshit, have the commander back him up, hopefully arrest him, hopefully don't have to kill him.
Okay,
Alright.
I can zone of truth just in case if anyone.
Can you
Probably
do
wouldn't
it
matter.
discreetly?
I could, but it would make more sense if everyone knows that the zone of truth is up.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Alright, well, we'll see what we can do, yeah? I'd say do it.
Yeah,
Right
I'll
down
let
the
you do the
middle.
talking and then. Yeah, I'll let you do the talking first. Maybe we don't even have to use it.
Okay. With that, Lucian will lead the way out first. Like, with his hands raised, if, like, he's not really looking for a fight. It's like, oh, no, you caught me.
I should have known you were guilty from the start. Well, you're not getting away with it now. And he turns around and all the blades of the other soldiers are pointed at him and they're in fighting stances. What in the hells are you doing? I'm very sorry, my friend, but you are the one who needs to drop his weapon. You can't be serious. Oh, I am very serious. I order you to stand down, soldier. What is it? They are the criminals, not me! I have evidence that says otherwise. And he puts his sword on the ground. What is this, some sort of coup? I'm trying to find who is behind all of this. And it's them! Valerie was in danger, she saved herself. The Trueblood family has been nothing but a curse. Every one of those brothers is a problem.
You know, it's really quite remarkable because earlier, you know, you told me that, like, you know, you only get snarky and snide with people who annoy you, and I made a remark about how you must love shouting at yourself in the mirror. It's really funny because the first place you should have looked if you wanted to find the true perpetrator of all this is exactly there. We've spoken to your witness. He's told us the truth. We have the evidence to back it. And now we understand what the vision of the smaller shadow giving the bigger shadow the sword meant. So you can argue all you want. I'm very glad to say that chances are you'll likely serve your time, which I'd be very happy to see. But that sword doesn't belong to you. I want that sword.
You've gone mad. I don't have any weapons in my possession. My sword is right there on the ground. You want to look at it? And he, like, kicks it away a little bit. Have it! I don't give a damn. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but you're trying to frame me now just to save your own sorry asses. Then perhaps you wouldn't mind sharing your new prospect with me. What are you talking about? Didn't you? I just overhear you the other day talking to your boys about adding a new weapon to your collection. So what? You know I collect ancient weaponry. Ancient, genius. Then let me see it. It's at my house. What would you expect? And as he's saying that, the doors open and more soldiers come in. Sir, I have what you are looking for. It's to your description, as best as I believe it to be. And he grabs a very thin-looking sword hilt and holds it. You went to my house? You need identification for that. Oh, I have it. I have enough to see. Besides, your family let me in. This will decide your innocence or not. And he draws Death's Embrace.
That's a fucking goat.
I want to kill him!
With impressive craftsmanship, this appears to definitely be the weapon that was possessed by Arius Trueblood. And as you can see here, it is completely clean, as if it was recently polished. So even if it was used, we wouldn't know about it. But if the owner of it was guilty, why would you have cleaned it off in the first place, proving that it was not used to attack anyone? And he sheaths it back and he throws it to you, Lucian.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it like kind of like held within like my robotic hand, so like just kind of just holding it and being like, yeah, it's where it should be right now. It's at least like, you know, where I can see it.
Avox Wingsborn, I find you guilty of conspiracy. And who knows what other corruption you have been trying to cover up. She asked me to do it, alright? That woman wanted help and I offered it to her. I told her I'd protect her and I did. And all I wanted in exchange was a trophy. I admired that blade and I wanted it. So yeah, I admit it, I took it. I didn't kill the man though. She did. But you were prepared to kill Kingsley, were you not? Of course I wasn't. I wouldn't have killed the man. I simply asked him to tell me what he saw. And he said he saw that... Spare me. That little bastard, I should have taken care of him too. What is this all about? Power! Something I'll never have in this position. The Trueblood family is weak, but it has the potential to have more influence in this country, in this entire continent, than any of you could possibly imagine. And Valerie was going to lead the way, and I finally would have had some reasonable status around here. But because of you bastards, that's not the case. Sticking your nose where it doesn't belong.
I do truly believe that had you gone about this in any other way, you could have worked for something and truly gained power. I was a fucking bartender for the longest part of my life. And now look at me. Me and my friends, maybe not our names, but our title is known across the fucking continent. Dare I say the world in some extents. You can always change and do better and go from one thing to another. The thing is, that is now no longer your fate because you fucked up. You killed my friend. You killed my brother. And for that, I would love to see you suffer, but instead I want to see you rot for the rest of your days behind bars. It's what he would have wanted.
I've had enough. Guards, arrest this man. You've been stripped of your rank. Take him away. This is ridiculous! You're making a mistake! The times are changing in this nation! You don't get it! The families hold all the power, and I was just trying to get my fair share! This is ridiculous! You can't do this to me! Ah.
Dragged away.
Kate's getting dragged away. His mum's coming and pulling his chair away.
That's what, King's mom says it's time for dinner, I gotta get dragged away, so... Well, I apologize to you Veil Walkers for assuming your guilt, but I appreciate your assistance in proving this to be false and who the real culprit was. I will see that both Avox and Valerie are arrested for their crimes. The sword is yours to take.
What about Simon?
Will he be with Evan?
I see no harm in returning the child to the Trueblood family, though he is without parents now. He is innocent in all this, of course. I will inform Master Trueblood of what has transpired. He will have the full rundown, and I trust he will be the one to take the child into his own personal custody.
Thank you.
But of course, I have been doing this job for, oh boy, almost over 20 years now. I have climbed through the ranks through working hard and always ensuring justice was served. After some time, I stopped putting myself on the front lines and I decided to work domestically. I see in this instance, it was for good reason to ensure proper justice is served and that the threats on the inside were dealt with. I wish you luck in your endeavors, Veilwalkers, and know that, should you require assistance, the Alakaran military is beside you.
I truly
Thank you.
appreciate that.
As for now, if you don't mind, I have some charges to file.
By all means, when the time comes, if needed, I'll have Zelia here reach out to you, via mental messaging, if that is okay.
If you asked me yesterday, I would say that to be rather quite disturbing, but after today's events, I have seen it all, so that'll be fine. We'll be in contact. And he gives you an Alakaran salute, which is like bringing his like forearm across like his collarbone with like the fist to the shoulder. He salutes, and then he heads off with the rest of his soldiers.
Well, so much for a relaxing day.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah, me too. Let's head back to the tavern. I need to lie down.
Okay. I would like to be clear.
Yeah, guys, I'm also really
Yeah.
tired. I'm Albertus.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Albertus here. I'm feeling kind of worn out too. I haven't spoken much
Passes
this
out on the
time.
floor.
but- Yeah. I would like to be clear. It is still like mid-morning, so if you guys
Yeah, no, of
do
course.
long rest now, you're going to be off cycle. So do you
Yeah,
still
no,
wanna-
it'll more than likely
That's-
just be a matter of like Lucian himself just needs some time.
Okay, just going to
Yeah,
recoup
I
for now.
think
I
so.
just
Yeah.
didn't know if you want to get back your long rest to the nights or not. So
Yeah, no, I'm
okay.
gonna hold off long resting until the evening hits just to get back into cycle.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's
I'm.
wise.
Do I long rest? Because I only have 4 hours to do it.
Lucian's pulling the editor sleeping schedule.
Yeah, he is.
So what are you doing? I'm editing the Alakaran newspaper.
I have an 8-hour cut.
8-hour Black Myth,
Oh jeez.
Wukong cut.
You tried to D&D-ify it. It didn't work.
Yeah,
I
my
didn't.
Yeah.
I sat there. I was like, Black Myth.
look,
don't
my
know.
my, my
Legend,
boss,
Black
Mr. Maidi, is pretty was pretty intense. So I gotta get it done for him.
So heading back to the town?
Yeah.
too long? Or to like, okay. Did you say Lucian wants the time for himself entirely, or?
Yeah, Lucian.
Okay.
He's still
the fact
pissed
that
you
over-
said no to the date.
No,
Fair.
I'm gonna drink a Stella. And I'm gonna punch a wall. God, man.
He's gonna comb his hair down in his face like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah, gonna get really broody with it, and like every time I enter the scene, it's gonna hear. But yeah, Lucian will probably like just take some time for himself. Just like, you know, he'll probably sit like, he'll probably like try to keep himself busy. Like once I get back to the tavern, he'll probably like, you know, spend like some time just working behind the bar to keep his hands and his mind busy.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna long rest. Fuck you guys, Lamau. I don't need 8 hours. I only need 4. I'll be fine.
Bro said, "Screw
Yeah,
you. I'm
I'm-
long resting."
I'm gonna spend some time, I think, down, I guess, in the main room. I guess while Lucian's serving out drinks, I'm just gonna be kind of alone in a corner.
Oh, thank goodness I don't have to sit with him.
Flicking through some of the old pictures that I drew of the Demon Thorn.
Oh, fanboy. I will say, like, after some time has passed, though, like, maybe a few hours, Lucian would go up to Spaz Talk and he'd sit across from him, just go, you know, for as long as I've known you, you have been a pain in my side. But you have also been one of the greatest allies and companions a friend could ask for. And because he's currently not with us, and I know that if anyone's gonna do his name any justice, I'm gonna draw the Death's Embrace from my bag of holding it in 2 hands. I'm just gonna offer it to him. You are an asshole, to say the least. But there is no one I would rather spend my time bickering with, threatening to shoot, and even fighting alongside.
I've always dreamt of wielding that sword. Used to go around with sticks and play pretending I was a Demon Thorn. So smooth, but I just thought he would give it to me. You know? When all this was done.
Law and Order,
Rose
Curse of the
Morse
Dragon
Spirit.
Goddess.
What?
I'm sorry, Picus wrote Law and Order, Curse of the Dragon Goddess.
Insane.
I'm sorry, please go on. I'm sorry. I was just...
No, it's fine. I didn't want to roleplay anyway, so it's
No, I just think it's funny.
Yeah, we're cutting the scene short now.
I'm muting myself. I'll mute myself. I'll mute myself.
I always thought that he would give it to me. I don't know what I thought. Thought that, you know, still, I feel like I'd be sitting here muttering to myself, waiting for him to come over out of the trees and notice me moping or whatever, like he did last time, but I just know that's not gonna happen.
I'm remaining optimistic. I truly do believe that Zelia has a good chance of bringing him back, but I also understand that maybe this was permanent. Maybe this was the final nail in the coffin. Which is why I'm offering you this. Because of the respect, the admiration. You might not ever find yourself wielding it, like you might have dreamed. But keeping a small piece of the man you looked up to, and the man you fought beside, and the man that you have helped time and time again accomplish his missions. I want you to have this piece of him by your side at all times. Because he is more than just the stories. You and I both know that now, having seen him ourselves in action. And I feel like this memento of his battles, his struggles, and everything else would best serve you.
Thank you, Lucian. I'll do my best to be him.
I'm not asking you to be him. I'm asking you to do what you're still doing now. And I want you to continue to make him proud every day to have fought beside you. Can you do that for me?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
I think
all
I
I
could
ask.
do that.
That's
Thank
all
you,
I...
Lucian.
You don't need to thank me. I'm gonna get back to work, okay? If you need a drink or anything, just let me know and I'll pour you one out on me, okay?
I trust you not to make it smell like shit.
That's your doing, not mine. Fuck out of here. And Lucian will get up and go behind the bar.
I'm gonna call back to him. If that's alright.
Yeah,
Buddy, I know that we're all feeling this. How are you doing?
Oh, you know me, just getting through it. Bit of an ego. I'm alright, I guess.
How's Zelia?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know that she's resting and I'm gonna check up on her soon when she's awake.
Yeah, she's not easy to read.
None of us are.
That's true. There's so much death going on around us at the moment, and I guess as much as I wanted to do this with Arius, I wanted you to have something.
Oh?
Look, I know how you feel with Zelia. I know I don't want to rush into anything, but I just think that this is something that I just feel like any single... I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time finding words for this, but every single little bit of happiness nowadays, I feel, should be cherished. What little we have left of time on this world should be enjoyed. And I think that you found somebody that you want to share that happiness with. I don't know how serious you are. I understand, you're still finding your feet, but I just... Well... Again, I wanted Arius to be here for this, but and I'm going to hold out the ring that me and Arius... I heard that, shut up! I'm gonna hold out the ring that me and Arius had been working on. Look, I understand if it's a bit much, but it's just it doesn't have to mean anything. But I just it was something that we worked on together.
I'm gonna carefully reach out and, like, you know, take it carefully. And I'm gonna admire the craftsmanship first and foremost, because based on the fact that it's two people working together and a fucking jeweler was one of them, I'm going to assume it's rather beautiful.
Give me a second.
No, it is awful. There are shit stains
No.
on it.
Yeah,
The gold is lumpy.
No, it's fucking shit.
You can see where Arius worked and where Pilot worked very clearly.
There is a very
Yeah.
crudely drawn smiley face in Sharpie.
I meant to send you a picture, but it was just took the
What?
wrong.
No, no, no.
I don't even know
What?
what that is.
Bro
I
went
have
to
no
send me-
idea.
Bro
I
went to
have
send
no
me an
idea.
image, and he sent me the G-Lie, B-Lie, No, you know what? Fantastic ring. Fantastic ring. Thank you, my friend.
Oh, dude, I deleted it immediately because I didn't know what the fucking rat was. At first, I thought it was a dildo.
That's so
What the
funny.
fuck is that?
Yeah, I give
So
you this,
immediately
dildo.
deleted it.
Make her happy.
To you, I bequeath unto you, dildo.
I mean, you already got the perfume, so it's a good start. Yeah.
I do. There you go, Kieran.
This is what we call in the industry a wombo combo. Wow. Okay, that's quite pretty, actually. Wait! No fucking way!
Yes, fucking way. Don't
That's
say shit.
No, that's
Yeah.
fucking adorable. No.
Yeah.
Okay, nah, Julian, you're gonna love this, bro.
Don't say anything,
I think
'cause
we
we're
might need to
waiting,
get hitched.
We're waiting.
I'm purposely not letting it happen.
Yeah, no, fucking god. Like, no, the fact that I've seen this, I've got to be honest, I love this too much. Like, that's actually.
I really hope joysticks. If you're behind the scenes and you're not watching, I hope I'm not overstepping doing this without you. I just thought it was a really good moment, so I thought I'd squeeze it in. So I'm sorry, but
Custom artwork is crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest. I've just seen like the inside of the ring, and I'm gonna be honest. The fact that you went
I didn't
that
do this.
sketchy.
This was Joy. This
The
was Joy.
fact that Joy went to that specifically, I love.
Full credit for him.
Love that. That is okay. No, I'm gonna be honest. I love like. Don't get me wrong. I'm still camp. Oh my god, this is way too fast. But I'm gonna be honest. I love that fact.
Yes.
Yeah,
I know that it's a lot. It's just it was something that we wanted to give you for absolutely no rush. You don't need to get into it. Doesn't even have to be. It could be a promise ring, which is still very early, but it's just. Look, I'm sorry. It was something that.
Lucian isn't going to say anything. Whilst he's still like babbling on and trying to explain himself, Lucian will go up to him and he's just going to like hug the mech as tightly as he can.
Aw.
Like he's just like, no, and then he's going to go. Admittedly, it was a little fast, but I thank you for this.
You're very
And
welcome.
And in this, like, you first.
I'm gonna also hug you back.
Yeah, after the hug's been disengaged, like in this, I'm gonna admit, emotionally vulnerable state, Lucian is gonna head up to his and Zali's room. He's just gonna knock the door like carefully to make sure that she's at least awake. Just
Yeah, if it's been like 4 hours, she would be awake. I don't know how long it's been.
We can say it's been that long if you want.
Yeah, we'll probably make it easier.
yeah,
Yeah,
the ring's in the bag of holding, so you don't gotta worry about that.
Okay, I was gonna say, hey, with my passive perception of 26, can I see a ring?
Yeah, no, like
Um,
that's it. That's in the bag of holding. I'm not using that yet.
Yeah, then you'll hear a very faint. Come in.
Yeah, like Lucian will go in, like ensure
And
like
then you
she's okay.
Yeah, you will see, obviously, that someone's a little blue.
I'm not surprised.
Hey.
I need a hug.
Come here.
Yeah, Lucian's gonna like wrap his arms around her really tight, and he's just gonna bawl his fucking eyes out.
It's okay. I understand. I've done the same.
I couldn't fucking save him.
This.
I should have been by his fucking son. I should have fucking
No,
got
no,
him.
no, don't. Nobody could have known. Nobody. He's gonna come back. I promise. I tried today already again, and I'll try again tomorrow. Don't worry. We're getting our friend back, okay? Fine. It's okay. I should stroke your back and all that.
Yeah, Lucian's just basically gone like non-verbal. He's just
Yes.
clinging and crying.
Yeah, she's like constantly giving me little words of affirmation, like, hey, it's not your fault. And
Totally didn't. Actually crying.
I get it. There's a lot going on, huh?
You wouldn't fucking believe it.
But at least we're together.
A fact that I'm very thankful for.
We have a day off, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the meeting's tomorrow.
Day after.
The day after? Okay.
Very cool.
Very cool. It's either tomorrow or the day after. Leosin will let us know.
I can't promise I'll be fully there, but do you still want to go on that date?
I would love nothing more.
Then we'll do it later today or tomorrow, depending on how you're feeling, okay?
I appreciate that.
Don't worry. Ares is gonna be back soon.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then we're just gonna have a relaxing little date. The two of us.
Sounds good.
I'm sorry you're going through all of this.
It's not on you. I've been bottling up for so long. Just everything. From the very start, seeing my sister again, the arm, losing the arm, everything that's come and gone, the good, the bad. The times that you've died, the times Sheldon's died, him being brought back, all of it. It's just been so much. I've not had a chance to just grieve it all yet.
I understand. But we've made it through it all. And we're gonna make it through this as well.
Yeah,
I hope.
I believe in us.
And she'll hug you a little tighter.
Yeah, Lucian's just gonna return now. Like, he's still practically clinging to her in this moment.
And baby, bro.
Yeah, no, fucking tell me about it. Like, bro has been bottling it up.
Yeah.
Let it all out. You're blowing like her hood or something. Like, ew. That's it. Just let it out. All right, maybe a little less than that, but
Dials it back. Okay.
you're automatically looking less attractive to me now. So
Showing vulnerability to me.
Ew,
ick.
disgusting.
men being weak gives me the ick. Ho.
That's fucking insane. Oh. I'd say that's we're about to end, wrap up for now, right? I don't have anything else on my mind. Like,
Yeah, I don't
just
have
need an
anything else
excuse to,
going
like,
on
you know,
either,
ball-
guys. So it's up to you. You know, I don't have anything
No
going
way.
on. So
Guys, where is the Albertus spin-off episode?
believe me, if we get a day where we don't play D&D, I will sing like solo player Albertus in D&D doing something. So.
Hell yeah. Albertus' adventures, just in some tomb somewhere.
It just shows like what happened between like the last time he left and when he ran up to me in fucking Westershire.
It's just me doing everything.
Yeah.
Has King lost it? I think he really wants to play with people again.
He's really missing his friends, right? What happened this weekend? And it's just you, scraggly hair, like, you know, eyes twitching, like, you know, jaw, like, kind of crooked to the side, like, yeah. Oh, guys, I'm here to save the day. No, you're not, I'm a hag!
Mayhaps. I may be that desperate someday, who knows, so...
Who knows?
No, that makes sense. So
I would be.
Alright, well, time is yours. So, do you want to... Where would we go? We don't have a lot of time here, but where would we go from this? Are we just gonna chill out for the day, sleep the night, and then the next day do stuff? Is that what we're thinking?
I would assume so.
Okay.
Lucian's very fucking emotionally vulnerable right now.
yeah, like I guess like Lucian and Zelia will spend most of the day then inside of a room, so that you know
Ooh.
Lucian can get it all out. Not in
Not
terms of
like
tears,
that.
in terms of tears. In
Regular
terms of-
tears.
I don't know, when I'm emotionally
put-
vulnerable, I need to get a lot of things out, I'm gonna be honest, so...
Yeah, he can put his load of tears onto Zelia if he feels like it.
It has to be described that way, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, by the way, as you guys are talking, the halfling, he'll crawl out from under the bed. Sorry, leaving now, and then he'll walk out the door.
Lucia, like, despite the tears, is just like, what a weird little guy.
Well, because you told me you could use your room.
I didn't realize you'd hide under the fucking bed.
I was damn. Then he heard me cry. Fuck.
Bro was in there for 4 hours under the bed, like, I don't want to be rude.
He gets up, he in like a panic, he grabs the tissue box, puts it on the bed, and then runs out the door. So.
That's so funny.
Well, that is not weird at all.
It's just,
I thought I was alone.
that's so fucking odd.
Well,
So fucking funny.
Okay.
at
Well-
least some good things are happening. I'm worried to do anything in this fucking city, bro.
Yeah, no, genuinely. I'm looking forward to when we go on our date and, like, no, Lucian loses his life in front of you. We're gonna have a
Super
Punisher.
exciting.
We're gonna have a Punisher-esque backstory where I get murdered in a public park, and then you're gonna go on like a murder spree trying to avenge me.
Hey, don't
you're
tease
gonna
me with
just-
more interesting plot hooks. So.
You're gonna murder everyone who may have had ties, so essentially everyone on the council, everyone in the army. You're gonna burn down the entire city for shits and giggles. New Alucard will be there 7 years from now. Founding, of course.
If I equip my offensive spells, that is what is gonna happen, bro.
Yeah, Empress Zelia at the helm. Yeah. All right. Well, if on that note, I guess I'll say you guys spend the rest of the day recuperating,
Crying.
probably eating meals, crying
Yep.
Yeah, I'll
after the
yeah.
events.
Yeah, at some point,
Lots of
like,
crying.
yeah, depending on how Lucian's faring throughout the day, Zelia might check in on Spaz Talk just to, or on Pilot, just to see if like how he's faring, what he's doing, just you know, just a quick little checkup, being like, hey, how you doing?
I'm assuming like you walk into my dorm or whatever, my apartment.
Depends on where you are. Like, if you're
At
like,
this stage, I will very much be sort of. I'll be in my room.
yeah, then Zelia will like walk to the bottom of like in the tavern, don't see you anywhere, go up to your room, just do one little knock on the door, and somewhat softly through the door just say, "Hope you're doing all right, Pilot."
You, I do open the door.
No way.
I'm just sort of out of it still, very much sort of looking down. Do you have a minute, Celia?
For you, always. I can even give you 2. Or 3.
It's your
Oh,
three.
no.
I'll take. I'll not hold you back.
Good, because we're running out of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sort of ask her, how have you been holding up?
Do you want me to cast Zone of Truth first?
Do you think you can bring yourself to say the truth?
I'm not doing well. Well, we've lost Arius. And remember the thing that I told you about yesterday that I was gonna talk to Lucian about first?
I do.
To make it short, my brother is alive.
Okay,
I've
well
hoped for.
that's good.
And he's in some sort of prison system. Freezing, starving, I don't know where. Just, I think it has to do with the cult.
Of course it does.
And I miss him. More than anything.
I'm gonna sort of come up to her and again, I'm not in spaz like at this rate, but I'm gonna just sort of place like a hand, maybe just on your sort of knee, I guess, because that for me is like head height. I can't place a hand on your shoulder, put it that way.
Don't get any more intimate than that. So yeah.
That's not. No, don't make it like that.
No, I'm not. I'm being fine. Like in your mind, you'll be like, "Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird."
It's just like an encouraging hand. Put it this way:
Yeah.
if fucking Lucian comes in, he's not gonna kick me into the next fucking room. Put it that way.
I don't need much of a reason to do that. But,
Yeah, he'll do it anyway.
And I'm just gonna sort of. I gotta admit, you don't sound very hopeful.
I'm trying. I
That's all we
just
can
don't
do.
think we have enough time.
There never is enough time. We'll get there. Celia, I understand he's your brother. We have a lot to do right now. And the odds have never exactly been in our favor, but... I mean, shit, look at all the good we did. Sure, we have a shitload more to do, but... You can get your brother. I promise you that. I'll be with you every single step of the way, and so will Lucian. We may have lost Arius, but I'm not letting anybody take you, or your brother, or Lucian. It's my promise to you.
No, she's just like deadpan looking at the floor, by the way. I'm sorry, I didn't want to make anything about me. Here, I came here to tell you that I just wanted to give you some peace of mind that I'm gonna try my best to get Arius back. I've tried earlier today already, well, when I woke up. And it didn't work again. But I'll keep trying every day. And we'll get Arius back. I just wanted you to know that.
Pilot's gonna sort of walk backwards. Sort of looks away. I admit something.
Of course.
Arius was a teacher to me. He showed me a lot, not only how to fight, only how to best learn, I guess. I just don't... I don't think I can mourn him again. Not after the first time. I don't think it's hit me as hard. I feel like it should.
It might just take a while to settle in. Some things you just can't deal with when they happen. And then suddenly 6 months later, you're sitting there like, whoa. Ow.
Oh, ow.
I'm not good with words, okay?
You're great. And listen, you don't have to worry about making anything about you. It's us. It's all us. Look out for one another. Make sure we're doing well. Always.
On that note, do you have anything else? Lucian's been going through it, so I don't want to leave him alone for too long.
I actually never picked up on that, I'll be honest with you. It's very good at putting on the strong face.
Yeah, no, I don't know what caused it, but he came into my room crying earlier. That was a first.
Big baby. I love that guy. Listen, just look out for yourself and Lucian. I'll be alright.
I'll look out for you as well. Even if I'm literally just like one room over.
That's alright. Thank you, Zoe. Really. Have a good night.
Good night. If you need anything, just knock.
Of course.
And then
And-
she'll give you a little hug before leaving your room.
Alright, and don't stay blue for too long.
Really trying.
Take all the time you need, I guess, then.
She'll leave
Like
your
that.
room without. Yeah. She'll leave your room
That's-
without saying another word.
Yeah.
Because in, hi, my little baby.
What the fuck?
I just shut the
Sorry,
door
I
at that
just-
point.
It's just.
I didn't catch that shit. What the fuck?
Okay. On that note, we.
You all
are-
get attacked.
I'm not that bad. I'm
You've
pretty
done it
bad.
twice before. Don't say you're not that bad.
Not in your bedroom.
You
I mean.
kidnapped Lucy in
Yeah.
the first time, and then you pulled that shit.
Yeah, but it keeps
No,
it interesting.
you are that bad.
Joy helped me pull it the second time, so
True.
in my defense, it was a team effort. Anyways,
It's a
Yeah,
team
very cool.
effort of assholes.
team effort
Cool.
of Americans pulling one over on all you guys to make you despair and make me laugh. Ha ha ha. Anyways, we're gonna pan over real quick from
No way,
where you
cutscene.
guys are.
Yo!
Is it Talus? We haven't heard from her in a while.
No, I don't care about her. I don't like her.
I only shook her hand, it's fine.
Somewhere else, far, far away, deeply entombed.
Ohio.
Bazooka.
Torches on the walls, many covered up faces of members bowing with quiet whispers speaking from their lips. As one stands on a large stage, adding to his collection. Finally, the red mask of the dragon. This here, the green mask of the dragon. And now the white mask of the dragon. Slowly but surely, they're all coming into my possession. Very soon, Your Highness, you shall embrace this world as your own, and we, your humble servants, will help you lead the way to a new evolution, where the dragons can finally be on top once again. But yet your voice, it is still a sharp whisper. What is it? I worry about their interference. Worry not. Those foolish mortals will not get in your way. Should they even decide to try and storm this place, they will never make it out alive. Not just free. You shall devour them yourself. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
No way.